Okay, I just like to say, subjectively, people can like whatever they want, and that's fine. But I think objectively, we can all agree that it makes way more sense if you're gonna add a bunch of costumes at once to do it for the fucking anniversary CEs instead of the Waltz event. Like, are you kidding me? Why do we get a bunch of fucking costumes for the first time in FGO history for the fucking Waltz event that no one really liked instead of the fucking anniversary, which everybody loves the costumes for? Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. And like, the fact that they do this every year and not once have they turned any of them into costumes, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like what is the business model here? Like, you either add them like you did the Waltz event, where you just stock up in advance and work on them in advance and release them all at once, right? Like they did for the Waltz event, or you charge for them, right? People, if they charge $5 per costume, you'd make so much money, right? Like I just don't understand. You know what you could do? This is what you do. This is what I would do, and I think you get a mixture of player goodwill and reasonable business model this way, okay? You do not waste your time and resources making all those free costumes for the Waltz event, because that's stupid. Fuck that. What you do is you put even more effort into the anniversary costumes, right? You make sure they're implemented really well. If you gotta hire artists, you hire artists. You put money into it, and you add all the costumes from the CEs. And here's what you do. You let people pick one or two, depending on how they want to do it. You let people pick one or two that they get for free. So if there's that one that they just gotta have, and you're a super free to play, you don't have the money, you're not gonna be like, oh, this isn't fair, because you at least get to pick your absolute favorite, and you get it for free. And then whichever one you don't pick, you can buy for $5, $10, $15, whatever they want to do, right? Like, money, right? You make people happy and you make money, and it's better than like not getting it at all, because that's where the side version of this is we don't get any of it, right? We get a picture and we don't get any of the goddamn costumes, because fuck it. Like I just, it's so weird to me that they did the Waltz event and they thought that was a good use of their time opposed to doing it for the anniversary, right? Like it's so whack. I don't understand. By the way, Ash and Jason are the best too. Are they adding any more, or this it? I feel like they're probably going to add more, so I'll probably wait. And I think they're going to give out another ticket. I think they'll give us 2, but I'm going to wait to pick one until we know for sure they're done. But yeah, right now I'm probably going to pick Hot Wheels. His is super good. Anyway, while we're here, time to buff stack like a motherfucker, just cuz. And I was gonna buff stack against like Mordred or Drake, but I guess if we want to, we could buff stack against Guadia. Just get big numbers that way. And yeah, right before the stream, I was able to beat Guadia with Ku using the Yang CE. I'm not sure, but I don't think he could do it without the Yang CE. Like, you never know, because there's always the chance of some bullshit RNG that just puts things way in your favor. But I doubt it. The Yang CE was definitely better than Black Grail. Like, no question, it was better. And yeah, I saw Zaw beat it with Canis, which is pretty good, because she's AoE, right? Ku's single target, so that's pretty impressive. But it took RNG with Ku, though. It didn't take as much as I thought. Like, it's straight up, it did not take as much RNG as I thought it would. But it does take some RNG with Ku. You gotta get... Basically, if things play out just in completely naturally, or there's a little bad luck, you will be 1 turn off of getting PFA back a third time, and then you'll get like Guadia to 200k, and you're dead in the water. Where if you either just crit an insane amount, or Guadia quick charges at certain times, so he NPs sooner, you can get PFA back. If you don't get like double busted on a turn that you're vulnerable, you'll live long enough to get PFA back, and then that means you get to attack again, and then after PFA is gone, you get to attack again, and you can get your 200k there. So it's not, which is RNG. Like, that's, to be clear, that's absolutely RNG. You don't have like a 80% win rate or any shit like that, but it's not as RNG as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be way worse than that, but it's not too bad. But it's a little bad. It's definitely harder than than if you had the 100% damage bonus. What I wish I could do is do regular Guadia now with the Yang CE, because I did it in the video with Black Grail, but the Yang CE is better. So I'm curious if you could now do it with Ku there and just not have like any RNG at all, which I think might be the case. I'm not sure though. Damage break points can get very weird. So, okay, let me think about who we want to buff stack first here. So if you really want to show off and do big boy numbers, you want it to be a cavalry class, but we can just be like, oh, you know, caveat, if we use knight class, they're going to do half damage, right? So we can use whatever we want. You know, I could show off that Kiyohime thing again, but I would want to use the CS again, and we could try to maybe make it better, but it's hard to make it better because Guadia is a dum-dum, and the only way to stop him from NPing is stunning him. But if you stun him, he can't kill anything, so you can't buff cycle. Like, the way to get in another buffer would be if he killed somebody, right? And he gave you a free switch that way. And if you stun him, he can't kill anybody. If you NP seal him, he's a big dumb. He's a big goof, and he casts all his shit, but then he doesn't NP, and then now his buffs are gone. So it doesn't work, right? And if you skill seal him, then he just skips it entirely. So, yeah, it makes it kind of hard. Can I CS Guadia? That would help, right? But yeah, you could I think if you got really min-maxy, you could probably get him to do over 4 million. Like, Summer Kiyohime would be better. And there's probably some way to get one more buffer in there, so you could probably get to a 4 million or something. Buff stack Beowulf. I could. He's only level 90 though. I think he's MP3? And Beowulf's 1.5 instead of 2.0. But maybe I might do that. Let me see, what are our options? We got Mori, we got Lancelot, we got Sigurd, again knight class, but it'll still be good. What do I have for cavalry class? I notice I really favor knight class. I mean, look at my top chunk here. It's just knight class for days. And then it's like, I got this, but he's NP1, skills aren't leveled. You know, he's not one I've invested in at all. We could do Jolter. So it's looking like Sigurd, Ku, Mori, Beowulf, Lancelot. Those would be the good ones for me. Turn Guadia into a dragon. We'll do that, but we'll make that a whole setup, right? Although I guess we could do it for Sigurd. You know what? Let's do that first. That actually sounds fun. Dragon support Jolter. She might make the cut, but we'll see. Depends on what happens. Unfortunately, Guadia is not threat to humanity because this game doesn't make any sense. Could do a Romulus setup. That'd have to be an art team though, and you bring Boudica and all that nonsense. All right, what do we summon for Sigurd? I guess Merlin. If someone's got like a Bond CE Merlin, or preferably an Ox King Merlin. If someone has an Ox King Merlin, that would be the best. But Bond CE is better than nothing. But Merlin might not end up on the front row when we NP, so it doesn't matter that much. But just in case, it's good. Let's see. You can love humanity and still be a threat to it. If we already have characters in that boat. You know, look at all these Castorias. I wonder why. God, it's so boring. So in Tiamat's defense, she's not really even in control of her actions, so... From the sounds of it, if Tiamat was in control of her actions, she wouldn't be a threat at all. I wish I had a Bond CE Tam. She has pretty fun gameplay and you can do some silly stuff. Well, there's a couple Merlins, but no Bond CE or Ox King. I got someone in chat that has it, but I don't know if I've got you added or not. Really, Tiamat didn't do anything wrong. If anything, her kids did. They kind of killed her for no reason and caused all the problems. Oh, we have Fishy? That works. Oh, we have Truck Coon, too. Anybody got Ox King though? Because Ox King is just objectively better because then he doesn't have to stay on the front row and it just gives you more team options. Unfortunately, not only is Ox King a long time ago, so a lot of people don't have it. A lot of, myself included on some of my accounts, so you skip it. Some people skip that event because it sucks. I burned my Ox King twice? What is wrong with you? What the hell? Who does that? What? Dude, I remember Slice when he played FGO 30 years ago. He burned Poster Girl because he didn't think it was any good. It's like, yep, whale logic. I'm pretty sure a lot of NA whales actually did that in the early days. Okay, there's an Ox King. Okay, so Guadia, shockingly, is not a dragon. So we have to bring George if we want to do that. So we'll like slap K-scope on him or something. Now, if we want, we can use Guadia to cycle buffers. If we do, the easiest way to do that though means you have to use the Switch Mystic Code, and the Switch Mystic Code won't give us the most damage. So that's a little awkward, but we might do that anyway, just because it's a... You probably can get more buffs like doing the whole Chin Gong bullshit that we did yesterday, but oh my god, that is such a pain in the ass to do. Like, who the fuck wants to do that, right? If you just cycle the units, it's a lot easier. I guess it doesn't matter if George is on the front row or back row if you do it that way, though. So what you do is you would buff and then switch him to the back, and then you bring in a unit that debuffs Guadia. So when they die to Guadia, they're still buffing Ziggurat even though he's not on the field. So we want someone that's debuff based. So maybe Asterios or something. I burned a lot of servants there. It's a few I regret. I've never regretted burning something, I don't think. I'm pretty aware of like what I like and don't like. Yeah, maybe Matahari, we'll see. And you know, it's any, I don't, maybe Blood Axe, that kind of thing. Alright, hold on, what do we... I need my other Merlin. The only way I'd regret burning something is if I burned someone I didn't like and then they got an interlude that had awesome gameplay that I wanted to save. That's like the only thing that could happen. And I don't think that's happened yet. Although maybe Fitcaster, didn't Fitcaster get a strengthening quest or an interlude that was at least decent? Because I've burned her multiple times. Okay, so... I guess... Waver, because we need the battery. Slight problem. We're gonna need... Man, this sucks. I'm pretty sure doing it the other way with Chin Gong is better. I don't want to do it that way though, so I'm gonna do it this way, because fuck it. Okay, we'll do Waver, and then I gotta think who we want. Because Asterios is big defense down only... How long? I think Matahari's doesn't linger either though, because their debuffs have to last at least 2 turns. Okay, so he should have regular K-scope. I hate this UI. Alright, so this unit needs to be a debuffer. So let me look at what we got. So Matahari has 40% that lingers. I think Blood Hex has 35. Asterios, and Matahari has 60, but it's only for 1 turn, and that won't work. Okay, let me make sure of this. So her second skill is 3 turns, her third skill is 3 turns, but her NP is only 1. So yeah, so right now Matahari's got 40%. Let me check Asterios. Hold on, I'm gonna have to take drugs in a second here. I'm really struggling to breathe today. Like gasping for air when my mic's off. Let's see. Asterios lingers for 30%. That's not as good. Trying to think, who else do I even have? You know, I will add, there is near music on this playlist, Fury, but I will unironically add more soon. I just gotta remember to do it. I can't think of a lot else. I mean, Blood X is 35. It might just be Matahari. You got Dardius for 20, stuff like that. Yeah, I guess it's Matahari. I can't really think of anything better. Alright. Any CE, she's gonna die. I don't think it'll really matter. Can't think of anything on death that would be useful for her. Now, if I was doing quick, oh man, if I was doing quick, I could keep the DPS on the front row with guts or something, and then have someone die with the quick CE, the buffs. No, it's only for one turn though. But no, it lingers into after the turn ends into the next one, so no, that would work. You just have to have the unit not die to Guadia after, which that's kind of the hard part. I guess her CE just doesn't matter then. Okay, so we buff, switch. The problem here is we're missing 10% NP gain, so I guess you could stun first turn just to buy yourself some time to try to get Zigguard's quicker art. So you get 2 of 3 hands, so that should be fine. I don't think this is going to be the best way to get damage out of Zigguard though, no way. Because you basically do what we did the other day with the whole switcheroo thing. You get basically the same buffers, but you have a Mystic Code. I think they... No, it just have to be the Switch Mystic Code too. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. So I could give Matahari the MLB one. Unfortunately, her NP defense down doesn't linger, so... Wait, what game are you talking about, Fury? The Nier Gacha game, isn't it like turn-based or something? It didn't look that good to me from what I saw, which is unfortunate. Basically, every Gacha game these days, with a very few exceptions, they just try way too hard to be casual, and it just makes the game bad. Like, they're trying so hard to be accessible to anyone, I think they turn off, like, a lot of gamers, which doesn't make any sense because you're making a video game. I guess you give Zigguard the invulnerability just cause. Wow, that sucks, Fury. I remember there was a mecha game like that where you couldn't even play it, you just had to watch it basically, and all you decided on, oh fuck, I forgot, I'm supposed to stun. Did I mess anything up there? Thankfully I don't think so. Everything I cast will last 3 turns. Kinda lost track of what I was doing there. I lose the crit buff if we had happened to be able to crit. Okay, we do this. Why is 2B so popular, by the way? Like, and I'm not hating, right? I don't think 2B is like lame or anything, but she's like super popular and I don't really get it. And before anybody says, you know, boobs, which, you know, there it is. There's so, there's so many, that cannot be, I mean, I'm sure that's a part of it, but there are so many waifus out there, right? Like hold on. Like, it's like there's so many other waifus in so many other games. And in her own game, I don't know the names of anyone in that fucking game, so I can't remember, but was it 5S or D12 or B3 or whatever the fuck, right? There's the other one, right? That's a waifu too, right? So I don't, why is it B2 specifically that's so fucking popular, right? Like, she's really fucking popular, and she's in like collabs all the time, and so on and so forth. I don't really get it. 9S is pretty popular too. Which one's 9S? I know isn't there 3 of them? There's the dude and then the 2 chicks, and I only know 2B's name because she's the really popular one. But I don't actually remember the other one's names. Okay, those are defense downs. Wait. Fuck! Matahari, you don't work! Damn it! I mean, you work really well when you're actually trying to win, right? When you're trying to beat the stage. So 9S is the, like everyone's saying 9S is super popular and that's the dude. I don't know, I don't know much about his character, honestly. Okay, so we got a downgrade now. I think we do Blood Axe, because I think he's 35%. I think that's good enough. Because Asterios is more on the 1 turn, but for 2 turns he's only 30%. So why does this account, it's because I grailed him on the other account. Fuck, hold on. God damn it. Yeah, I didn't bother to max him over here because he's grailed in 10, 10, 10 on the other account. Man, we're really fucking this up right now. Scatty's only 30, I think. Yeah, Blood Axe is better, but let's see what his mats are. If I see hero proofs, I swear to God, if I see hero proofs, Void Dust, or Bones, fuck you, game. Oh fuck! I used all of my AP today on the bone stage, all of it. And I didn't get 1 bone. Oh, this is what is he at rank 6? Hey, at least I got him 10, 10, 10 on the other account, but let's see, at rank 6, it's only 20. Oh fuck, he only goes up to 30. I thought it was 35. He actually only goes to 30. So I could use Scatty. The problem is I'm not sure I actually have the team cost to bring Scatty. Also, I could just do Asterios then, though. There's gotta be something better than this. This sucks that Matahari's the best. Alright, well, let's see what we're looking at team cost-wise. Yeah, we can't do Scatty. Oh god, it might be Steno. But she might have to NP. Also, do I even have Steno on my main account? I'm not sure. By the way, chat, at some point I'm gonna play the game just through the campaign again on a new account, just to be like, lol, you can do this free to play on JP even if you're late. And we said we would not use Hercules. But do we reset? Do we like re-roll until we get Steno? I can't decide. So Steno's 30%, and it is 3 turns. But she'd have to NP. Like, what else would we do? Because everyone makes fun of Steno as like the worst, right? So I think we could totally play through the game with her. It would not be a problem at all. I think it'd be like totally easy. But it'd be fun to because you can get Atalante, you can get Suzuka Gozen, you can get all kinds of stuff. So use Baldy. Oh my god, chat. Do we not level Ku and level Baldy? And like keep him at level 70? I've messed about that with before on like my main account, and it's awful. I mean, it is awful. Like everyone, dude, literally fuck the idiots that think Baldy is a good 3-star. Because I want Baldy to be a good 3-star, but he's not. I've messed about with this before. I've played through bosses and used Baldy instead of Ku and other options like that, and it's always awful. It's so bad, right? Like especially on a budget setup. Oh my god, dude. The thing is, I almost don't want to do that because I think we'll actually get stuck. Like we'll do the Lost Belt 4 tree with Hot Wheels. And dude, no, we will get stuck, right? Unless I summon something OP, right? If I use a level 70 Baldy and I don't level Ku or any of that, and we do fucking Hot Wheels in the tree, we will get stuck, right? Like, oh, 3, whatever. 3, 4, 5, whatever. What, no, wait, no, 4 is the one with Hot Wheels in the tree. Which one is 3? Which, I don't, 3 is the Assassin, isn't it? We just don't use fucking Baldy for that. Oh god, you're right, Cairo. No, Cairo's right. He's not talking about the tree. Cause yeah, we always use Coup for that. Even on the like the 1 to 3 star count. You know, we use seriously 1 to 3 star count, 1 to 3 star CEs, no Grails. We used Coup. He got a lot done. Everything's good. If we don't level Coup, it doesn't matter if we use Baldy. It's because we don't have Coup. We will fucking lose, right? Oh my god, I don't know, we'll see. The good news is though, that account, we don't, it wouldn't have to be all 1 to 3 stars, right? We could use better CEs and whatnot. But I'm telling you right now, you don't use Baldy. You do not use Baldy for that fight. Can you imagine if that's like that's the one big restraint we put on the account, is it can only level Baldy for its Lancer? Like, it will be so bad. Every time we fight an archer, I'm going to cry. Oh my god, because not only is Coup like good for archers, he's good for berserkers, and when you have to fight it neutral and stuff like that, like he's always good for that kind of thing. So if you don't level Coup, it's just gonna be awful. God. It is really funny though, because people act like Coup's not good, but I level him on every single like account that I play through the game with, and he always does so fucking well. But yeah, no Herc obviously, that's because we did it on the other account, and we were kind of showing off how good Herc was. So we won't do that. Anyway, we have to bring someone. Right now, Blood X is the best, but I don't want to have to use the bones. But I might. Matahari messes things up because of the skill seal. Asterios. Do we have the team cost for Asterios? Because Asterios does have 30% that lingers, and he's a 1-star. The problem is the NP gain. Zigguard would have to get more NP gains, so Waver would only have to give him the 20%, and I think that's pretty bullshit. Like, good luck with that. Because I don't think I can give him MLBK scope. Yeah, we're fucking 2 off. So the only way that would work is if you take off the, like, you give George, like, the Sakura CE, right? Or something like that, and he gets his in, he gets the targeted charge from Waver, and Zigguard just doesn't need it because you use the stun and you hope you get an Arc Chain on Zigguard. But that seems like bullshit. There's gotta be a better way. I mean, Blood X is the better way. Fuck it, fine. I like Blood X anyway, so I'll... Level is... No, I'm not... it's dumb because I'm not... anytime I want to use Blood X, I'm always going to use my ult accounts. There's never a world where I would use my main accounts, and I don't want to use a lore. Like, I don't want to use a lore at all. Like, fuck that. It's just I can't think of another buffer that has a debuff that's going to be even close. Like, it's mainly the lore. I don't want to use a lore on Blood Axe. And I like Blood Axe and everything, and that's why I grailed him. But because I grailed him, I'm never going to use him on this account. It's just a waste. So... Fuck, this sucks. We might have to use Asterios and just get really lucky with an Art Chain. But even with an Art Chain, I don't think it would be enough. Because Waver would only give you 20%. And Scatty doesn't work because of team costs. We've been over this like 5 times now. There's gotta be someone I'm forgetting. Because we need 30%. Columbus, what would Columbus do? Like, he doesn't have a debuff. I mean, he does on his NP, but he wouldn't be able to NP. Because if they're a buffer, you don't get to keep, like, you know, when you switch, you don't get to keep it. It's got to be a debuff. Matahari's the best, it's just these skill seals that messes everything up. I don't, what is Paul, no, Paul's attack up and, like, Buster up. I don't think her defense up is that big, or lingers. Also, hers is, and it's just 20%. It does linger, actually. I didn't think it lasted that long, but that doesn't work. It's only 20%. If I was gonna do 20%, I would just use Darius. There's no way my Carmilla skills are leveled. Also, team cost again. Although, actually, do we have a team cost for a 4-star? We do have a team cost for a 4-star. Antonio, that's an interesting thought. Let me see, I don't remember what his is. Also, I highly doubt he's 10-10-10 because Antonio sucks. I hate to say that because he's awesome, but he's not a good unit. His is 30% and it lingers, but it's only for 3 attacks. That doesn't work. Because you have to, the only way that works is if, because you have to attack 3 times. So the only way that would work is if you had Merlin in P. And that wouldn't even work, because George has to hit before Ziggurat does, so it would just wear off. Yeah, the only way that would work is if both Merlins both NP'd, so you only attacked once. So you had 2 stacks of it left. Because yeah, his, Antonio's thing only lasts for 3 attacks, because they hate fun. God, this is annoying. What really sucks is just the fact that Blood Axe works. It's just I don't want to level his skill. And same thing for Paul, right? I'm not gonna level Paul's 3rd skill. I was gonna do that, I would just level Blood Axes. And Blood Axes is better anyway, because his is another 10%. Although her mats are not that egregious. Buckload of chains, but I don't care about that. But yeah, I'm not gonna level Paul's because it's worse than, like, the Blood Axes is better when it's not at 10 than hers, so that's not worth it. I don't think we really have an option here. I think we pretty much just have to use Blood Axe or Darius. Because, like, Carmela's just 20%. And again, Blood Axes is better than that, even if it's not at rank 10. Yeah, Monohari doesn't work because she skill seals. That messes everything up. I'm just trying to think if I'm forgetting somebody. There's a lot of people with defense down. I think we do Darius, honestly, which fucking sucks because it's just so much worse than Blood Axe. Yeah, Kiyohime. Yeah, if you think I'm not willing to use a lore on Blood Axe, do you think I'm willing to use a lore on Kiyohime? And hers is worse anyway. Again, it's like hers is 24%. Blood Axes is 30%. Which one of these do you think I'm more willing to put a lore on? Why is Kiyohime's... Why is Kiyohime's 24%? That's such a random ass number. Why isn't it 20% or 25% or 30%? Like, literally, what's the point of that? Yeah, because Blood Axe is already 20% at rank 6. So even if I don't level his, he's on par with a lot of the other stuff. Well, I guess we just do Blood Axe. Fucking sucks, because we're missing out on 10% of our damage, but maybe we'll high roll and it won't matter. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab drugs. Gotta, And to be clear, I don't mean recreational drugs, I mean medical drugs. Because I have to breathe. It's not just to be, I don't want to get banned on Twitch here. I have a prescription from a doctor, thank you. It's not that kind of drug. Okay. So we have to get our art card, or a quick card with someone else getting an art. We have to get 10%. We have to get 10% NP. Which unfortunately our opening hand is abysmal for. So not a good start. It literally doesn't matter if George NP's on the front row or the back row. It makes no difference. Like I wouldn't do anything. Okay, we got our NP. Okay, I think that's everything we need. Thank God Guadia doesn't have magic resistance. Wait, I can't use my cards though, right? It has to be on turn 1. That sucks. See, this is where if we weren't using George, it would be a lot easier because I would just Chin Gong for the extra 10% battery, and then Chin Gong still gives you a big buff. Like how people keep suggesting things that are just worse than Blood Axe in every way, and it's like, why? If I'm not gonna level Blood Axe, why would I level those things? Like Cha-Cha on turn 2 is 20% defense down. Whoop-de-doo. Like, why the fuck would I bother with that? And even if you could somehow stall longer, which you can't, but even if you could, you're just 30% again. And if you stall longer than 3 turns, you lose Merlin's buffs. So why would I stall longer and level a different unit that I really don't want to level when I'm either getting less or equal? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, can I get 10% off my quick? Let's find out. So, thanks to the roundup, so I was reading something there, but anyway, thanks to the roundup, we actually made it there. I like how we have 2 art cards, and not once have I just gotten my art card on turn 1 here, so it kind of making it a lot harder than it needs to be. Oh my god, let's see. I thought I forgot to cast one of the Buster Ups. I was like super distracted there, but I didn't. Guess I make stars just cause. Watch this Merlin DPS. This was way more of a pain in the ass than it needed to be. But yeah, there's no point in using Guadia to cycle. Ultimately, doing the whole Chin Gong thing that we did yesterday is just better, and it's because we don't have like a debuffer that's good enough. So it's like, this is still good, but this is not as good as what we did for Sanson. Like, straight up, this is not as good as what we did for Sanson. Now, remember, we are not counterclassing, so we're basically half damage compared to if we used any of the cavalry classes and such, so it's gonna be way lower because of that. Okay, I think that's everything. I don't think we fucked anything up there. Dude, I'm losing my. I cannot even put into words how many things are happening in my real life right now that are distracting the hell out of me. Like, now my fucking air filter is like, my filter needs to be changed. Like, or my air purifier is beeping at me because it needs the filter changed. Like, shut the hell up. God damn it, man. George with the... Oh yeah, we have to wait another turn because he's got the NP thing. So we have to just like sit around and turn up the... Let's see, how do we do that? Because Merlin's buffs do linger. The problem is Blood Axes only last 2 turns. So, that's a problem. I guess we use Darius. Yeah, I think we use Darius. Yeah, that's 675. Alright, hold on a second. I gotta deal with some real life stuff because I can't stream and with all this stupid shit going on. Okay, I'm back. I swear, if anything else goes wrong today, I cannot even fathom like what is going on right now. This is ridiculous. Anyway, alright guys, Darius is up because pretty much out of options here. So what we have to do is buff on turn 2. Even if we get our art card on turn 1. And then when we switch over, we have to just sit there for a turn, which thankfully we're gonna have all the defense ups and nonsense. There's no threat of anyone dying. I mean, he can triple buster for all I care and it won't matter, as I don't think it will. I kinda hope he does triple buster now. Oh wait, doesn't this change things? Hold on. Yeah, no, this changes things because I don't have to use K-Scope anymore because Guadia could give me NP. Although I really don't want to, I don't really want to rely on Guadia giving me NP because he could just be like lol triple quick charge or some stupid shit like that. So let's not do that. Although no, we should do that because I can use Asterios then, and that's way better. Because I can set it up where Guadia only has to give me 5% NP. That's way better. Well, let's see what we do with what we have, and we'll go from there. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure even though we cast Guts here, he'll still die. The only time it wouldn't is if all 3 of them had Guts. Then it would cancel his turn, which is super weird, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they've had level 100 enemies in events and demon pillars and other random final bosses and stuff. I'm sure they've done it. Ultimately, the enemy's level doesn't even mean anything. The only time it means something is like when they're using the same enemy, because some enemies they have like scaling, and so like it's the same enemy, but because they're higher level, they're just like generically given better stats based on that. It's not even like, but if it's a one-of-a-kind enemy, they just give them whatever stats they want under the hood, regardless of their level. Really? Darius, please! Why did that cancel his turn? I guess someone else needed to be alive. That's probably why. He needed something else to be alive so he could do an AoE attack. Okay, I'm starting to run out of ideas. Asterios does not have Guts. The only problem is I don't know. There's no way they're gonna live, even with Asterios' debuffs. If it's just a 1 NP and you don't cast Asterios' defense up, they should all die. Okay, and we switch this to the Sakura CE. Hey, it was HPaz1. Thank you for the sub. Okay, hold on. So we need the Sakura CE, then we need MLBK scope for Asterios. Okay. What attempt is this? Like, for God's sakes, what attempt is this? This is like attempt 9. Fuck me, dude. I'll just buff stack on Guadia real quick. I swear, we got it this time. The only way this goes south is if Guadia does like double quick charge buster, then I don't think it works. And well, no, that would still work if George gets quick or an art card on that one hand. So if George got no MP gain and then Guadia like double quick charge bustered, then this doesn't work. But that is unbelievably unlikely. Thankfully, Ziggurat is less reliant on getting NP here. Thankfully, he gets 9% off that. Okay. How many times is Merlin gonna die? Alright, we do not cast Asterios' defense up, because the objective here is for everyone to die. We want to make as many stars as possible, which unfortunately we cannot do at all, so it doesn't even matter. I'm sure Foe wants more blood. So, does anyone know if the Guadia movie is good? I don't need any like specifics, but does anyone know if it's like, you know, animated well and paced well? Because pacing is so important, right? You can have the best story in the world, but fuck it up with terrible pacing. Like, is it quality at all? I've heard Demon Guadia is not CG. I actually doubt that. I bet you what happens is they draw him sometimes, but I bet you in some of the action shots and stuff, he's CGI. But we'll see. Like, when he's just sitting there talking, if they might have bothered to draw him. But I don't know, maybe there's not a lot of like dynamic fighting with him anyway, so who knows what they're gonna do. I mean, I think anyone could have told you they were probably gonna cut the event servants. They were either gonna get, you know, like a fan servicey, you know, like joke, or they were just not gonna use them, which it's so not surprising that the event servants got cut, because it's so not serious. Yeah, but Dante's event was like a serious event that had like actual story that's tied to the main story. That's completely different than, you know, fucking Summer Artoria, right? Like that's so out of place that it's probably for the best that they did that. Okay, we gotta wait a turn. George got a thing, so I think no matter what happens here, we're set. That's actually not true. We can get, if he does attack down, oh fuck. Yeah, if he does attack down, we won't do as much damage. We could do debuff immunity though. Ziggurat with the save! How about that? Having the perfect toolkit. Wait, they don't have the foe scene? That doesn't even make sense. Look at Guadia going all JoJo mode there. Well, let's be real, that whole rapid punch thing predates JoJo. Okay. I think we did everything right. After a million attempts. Okay. Here we go. Shame that George has double attack down, but I mean, taking one for the team there. There's no way they cut Jolter. I mean, the foe scene would absolutely make sense. Like, it doesn't make any more sense. Like, how does it make more sense to have Nash come back to life for no reason? Like, how does that make more sense? You know, even though George is like 40% attack down or whatever, he still did all right there. Alright, Guadia the Evil Dragon. Very inappropriate music. Wow. So that would have been 3 million if he was a cavalry class. Also, that's not with the 100% bonus, that's with 50. Because this isn't the story fight with him. That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And that's a level 90 Zigguard with 1k foe. So you can get way higher than that. It's pretty good. I'll take that. I guess who needs to counter a class when you can turn him into a dragon? He's MP3. He could do it in MP1 though if you had the 100% and if you were cavalry class. Okay. That's enough of that kind of setup. Let's do something a bit more reasonable. Let's see here. If we do Buster, what you would change is, I guess, Chen Gong. Who else do we want to try here? So we could do, for my account, if I want to use someone else's DPS, that'll change things a lot. You have to do such a different setup for Hijikata. You have to just change everything, because the way you gotta do the Chen Gong thing on him, so it's just completely different. Could do Mori. Mori would work. The problem with Mori, though, is you really want to do crits. Nobody wants to see a Mori setup just for his NP. Like, his NP's not even upgraded, right? Like, Mori's gonna be, because he has Chen Gong, Mori's gonna be sitting there with a 200%. No, actually he'll have higher than that. I mean, he'll have, because of Merlin, right? You can have way more, like, having all that crit up, but we don't have a setup to accommodate that, so it's not really gonna be that impressive. We could do it, though, just because my Mori's so upgraded, but if anything, he might do less than Zigguard, which is kind of sad. What do we give Chen Gong? I would say Ox King if I had a second one. I would say his Bond CE, oh my god, his Bond CE is stronger than most too. And I've started working on getting it, but I'm pretty far away. Yeah, I'm only at Bond 7. He's the next Bond CE I want though, because they'd be really good here. I haven't done Siegfried, but he'll do less, because although Siegfried has a larger dragon bonus, he's still AoE. Although my Siegfried is NP... Actually, I don't know what he is. Yeah, he's NP5, shit. But I don't see why he would do more, because it's 4-star versus 5-star single target. Because look at this. This is 15, almost 16k versus 12.4, and then single target versus AoE. So you may have the bigger multiplier for Dragon, but... we'll do Mori. Then I kind of want to do Quick, because then I get to do other units that I like more. Or Chats. Using Chats units will be more variety, because... I mean, I don't really have that many heavy hitters, really. Only problem is, whenever I use Chats DPS, anytime someone wants me to use Art, I just don't have any support for them. Because I don't have Tam or Caster or Toria, so they're like... Where I have Waver, Scatty, and Merlin for everyone else, so it's not really fair. There's no way this is the best setup for Mori, though. Like, the best way to do Mori is critting. You absolutely can one-shot Guadia with a crit. I wish Sanson got an animation update with this memorial. That would have been awesome. Along with several other people, but you know, Sanson's one I care about the most. Level 100 and all that. Let's see. Don't really need the MP gain, but might as well. Wait, I should have done his attack buff. I'm gonna save scum because I don't want to go through the menu again. Be cheating. That's true. Sanson should have gotten an animation update with Epic of Remnant. That's true. I thought he was going to too. I think a lot of people did. He was in the fucking anime opening. He's in the very first scene of the story, and he's also in the. Has anyone else actually read Epic of Remnant? Like the final scene of Epic of Remnant 4 is completely dedicated to Sanson, right? And they're like, yeah, but no, we're not giving him an animation update. You know, we put him in the story. The final scene of the whole story is dedicated to him. He's in the anime trailer. And yeah, no animation update or buff. It's like, okay. Like, why are we doing this? Yeah, no. Then he's been in. He was in that Amakusa event. He was pretty prominent in that. Didn't get anything there. And what I don't even get is sure Sanson is not like the most popular bronze. But he's decently popular. Like, he absolutely is. He's not one of, like, the hated bronzes or anything. Like, no one's gonna complain if Sanson gets an animation update at all. The fact that he's gonna be, clearly, is gonna be in, like, the unlucky few that get it last is pretty weird, honestly. Oh, who do y'all think is gonna be the, because it's gotta be somebody. And it could be a tie, right? Because they could do multiple animation updates at once. But somebody is going to be the last day one unit to get an animation update, right? And when I say day one, so that doesn't count like Tesla and all that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say Blood Axe. It better not be Leo. Because Leo is really popular, like he really is. And he was in Babylonia and everything. Like Leo should not... Yeah, it looks like most people think Eric, because Eric is one of the most unpopular characters in the game. The thing is, I actually don't think he is, though. It's almost like a meme that he is, and I would agree that there's not a lot of people out there that are like, yes, Eric Bloodaxe is one of my favorite servants in FGO. Almost, that's nobody. But that doesn't make them disliked, and that doesn't make them unpopular. Because, like, for example, Kiyohime is a very unliked servant. Yes, there's fanatics and whatnot. There are people out there that say Kiyohime is their absolute favorite character. Like, that absolutely exists, and there's more of those than say Bloodaxe is their favorite character. But you can also find Kiyohime haters everywhere. Like, everywhere. Nobody hates Eric Bloodaxe. Everyone's just like, yeah, he's that one guy. Right? He's just so, like, lukewarm, right? Which, I don't know, maybe that's the worst thing for getting an animation update, I don't know, but... Jekyll and Hyde is actually pretty popular, so I wouldn't think he would get it last, but it's gotta be somebody, right? It's gotta be somebody. Okay, no defense. God, dude, when you're this distracted, it's just so easy to mess up. Yeah, well, Meth wasn't in day one, but is he copy pasting someone's animations from day one? I'm not sure. I don't think he is, even though his animations suck. He's definitely using like phantom skeleton work, though. Wait, what happened to our? Hold on, we gotta reset here. But, yeah, he does do the generic Buster attack. Did we lose our guy? Oh, there we go. He's definitely, though, using the skeleton work from Phantom, like, when he, non-stage 3 Phantom, like stage 1 and stage 2. And he's using the generic Buster attack, so yeah, he probably counts as day 1 animations, even though he wasn't in day 1. I already said it could be a tie, because they can release more than one at once. Let me think. I kind of think it's just going to be someone so random, right? Because a lot of the times it doesn't really have to do with what's the least popular, it has to do with just like spinning the wheel and who happens to be relevant in an event and things like that. So I think it's going to be really hard to say, but it wouldn't shock me if it was Myth, because he's definitely not a character people generally care about. Actually, I think Protoku, it could be Protoku, because it's not, he's obviously, he's way more popular than the other things we're talking about, but he's Prototype, and they just seem to be like going so far out of their way not to touch Prototype stuff until they like make a Prototype anime, or they make a book for Prototype or whatever. Like, it's just obvious that you don't need a, you know, whip out the magnifying glass to realize that. You know, they're jumping around hoops to not use Prototype, and the only Prototype stuff they ever do anything with is Fragments. And Protoku's not in Fragments. I forgot to do his attack up. This is so infuriating, dude. I guess it doesn't, I don't have to, you could do the attack up on that other turn that you're waiting, but there's no guarantee that you're going to get Mori cards then. Honestly, I would not be surprised at all if regular Ku got an animation update again before Proto Ku. That would not surprise me at all. Like, not even a little bit. And again, it's not because they don't like Proto Ku or he's not popular or anything like that. It's just they're really jumping, you know, they don't want to detail things from Prototype because they don't even know. I don't think Natsu's actually decided in full every little detail about Proto Ku. I don't think he has. And like, even if he did back in the day, he wants to leave room for changing his mind to like adapt to the, you know, the current climate, if you will. Joan of Arc not getting an animation update with her costume is pretty insane. And because of that, her costume looks terrible. Like, imagine making a custom sprite like that and making sure it's tailored to a day one sprite. Like, what a joke, dude. Like, I tell you, dude, DW really does just baffle me. And I don't think it's like their artist's fault. It's obviously the management. You know, the fact that they haven't hired more staff and stuff like that, that's blatantly the problem. But I mean, that's just insane. Like, that's just absolutely insane. Like, the fact that they haven't hired more staff, it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's just insane. Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious that a big part of why animation updates are so slow and are so bad, and you keep getting costumes for, you know, characters that have awful sprites, because Jolter, Joan of Arc, Serenity, right? There's plenty, and they all got costumes and they look like dog shit. It's just because they don't have the staff to actually do that stuff, which again begs the question why they didn't hire more staff. I am confident, though, whenever Jolter is relevant again, whenever they decide to make Jolter a major part of the story, and I mean major, or she's like a major part of an event, like how Ushi was in the Little Big Tengu event and stuff like that, whenever that happens again for Jolter, which it absolutely will, she will get an animation update then. Like, absolutely. Okay, so we have to stall a turn. Thankfully, we've definitely got the means to do that. I think I can use one card of Mori, which actually I have to use if I like it or not. I do not want Mori getting the attack down. I could use Mori's first skill and he can't be debuffed, but then he wouldn't. No, he can. Wait, hold on. Can I just. No, I couldn't give him Gong's buff. Well, I can minimize the odds of it going south by doing that. Because Buster is AoE and his defense down, Quick is AoE and is star down, and then art is single target and attack down, but if he does it, he has to do it to waiver, so we're fine. Should have given 20-30 or something like that to Shingon. Yeah, I could have actually set up a crit thing. Although Mori only got the one card, so, and look at all these buster buffs. Look at all these buster buffs, right? So an art crit's not gonna be anything to write home about here. Alright, let's see what he does. Because Mori's 1.5, I'm not sure this is going to be that good, but we'll see. And his NP's not upgraded either. I want to know what passive Guadia has, but he absolutely has a passive that increases his odds of resisting stun, but it does not work on Petrify from like Medusa. Like I've tested that quite a bit, and that's absolutely a thing. So it's like there's a hidden passive a lot of bosses have where they give immunity to Pig. So he clearly has something like that. 1.6. I mean, that's okay. It's if anything a little bit better than I thought it would be. But the fact that he's 1.5 and like Zigguard was just 1.0, right? Could definitely be better. And he had an extra buffer because he didn't need the dragon thing. But it's okay. He didn't embarrass himself there. But I would have liked, you know, if I do a setup that's like dedicated to Q, like I get Q to do 2 million no problem. So the fact that he only did 1.6, like, you'd get way more impressive stuff out of critting with him for sure. He was never bugged. He never had an alignment. Guadia has never had an alignment, and the wiki's been wrong this whole time. And which I'm still confused as to why it was ever listed then, because, you know, we've checked videos from the past, he's just never had an alignment to begin with. So I don't even know why they ever listed it. And yeah, the wiki's got like recommending using Luvia, Assasin, and so on and so forth, but none of that works. None of it works. My only guess is the reason they think he has evil is because in his character material book, it says he is chaotic evil, but it's just not implemented in game, which is probably a mistake. But yeah, he's never had it. And then the weird thing is though, if you check, I got someone on our Discord, she can read Japanese, like just straight up, and we checked NA and Japan now, because obviously NA is 2 years ago. And Guadia's profile in game does not have an alignment listed. However, Tiamat, which is also a beast, does. She does have an alignment listed. So it's kind of weird. I don't really get it, because it's not like he just doesn't have one lore-wise, because he does in his character material book. And it's not like they don't apply it to enemies, because they did for Tiamat. So it's really weird. I don't know what the deal is. We should have checked Kama. We only checked Tiamat. I didn't even think to do that. Like beast Kama. The thing is, I don't think so, Fury, because again, his character material book says he is chaotic evil. So I'm really confused. Like I'm really confused. And the first thought I had was like, well, maybe like because it was so old in the game, they just didn't think about applying that to an enemy. But Tiamat is actually older than him. Well, I don't know. Maybe they actually who knows what order they were created in. Just because she shows up earlier in the story doesn't mean she was actually made in game earlier. But you know, roughly the same time. Yeah, it's funny. I've soloed Guadia with Sanson, and I never fucking realized he didn't get the evil bonus. I just thought he did, but he did, which is actually kind of impressive, to be honest. Although I guess it kind of just shows how easy it is to do it with a cavalry class. All right, let's do a quick. So we need Scatty with Bond CE. If like Lost is here, because I know he has it, but if someone's got it, that's what we need. And then we're gonna try to get someone killed to give the buff, but that means the unit being buffed needs to be able to survive the NP. Maybe we do Ku. Let's see how Ku does here. Normally when I buff stat Ku, I do it outside of an environment like this, so I wonder if I can do better or worse here. Okay, Fishy's got it. If we can give Ku the on-death quick CE, I feel like he'll do pretty well. But he is 1.0 as well, and that kind of thing. Again, there's nothing to fix. He's never had an alignment. Which that is probably a mistake, though, but they're not going to fix it now if they never fixed it for the story. Oh, the portraits? Yeah, I doubt they're going to fix that anytime soon. No one checks that menu. Like, let's be honest. Alright, we need to do this kind of differently. So we want to get Ku low on health. We want to have the on-death CE. So I think Scatty's going to be in the back. Okay, let me think. So we need 2 3-turn buffers. That's rather important. I guess Alex. You know, I've said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm pretty sure I've got him. Although I don't know if I've got the lores. Because I leveled Percival and Burgess. That's 6 lores. So I don't know if I have the lores or not. We'll see. Wait, we're looping. We had this music a second ago. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude! This is insane! This is insane! It's 100 hero proofs! I should have farmed Nero Fest so much, and I don't have the lores. Oh my god, this is the most painful thing. The thing is, once it's done, right? Once I get it finished, you don't have to do it again, right? And it'd be nice to have these buffs moving forward, but yeah, I can't get him 10-10-10 yet. I don't have the lores apparently. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. It's just, I use Alexander enough that I should just do it, right? And I like doing budget stuff, so it's got to be done eventually. Oh my god, dude. Why? And he takes lores for the skill rank before that too. Jesus Christ. I could do the RP shop. I got plenty of rare prisms, but oh my lord, dude, that is so bad. All right, hold on. What is our other buffer? So we could do Waver because his defense down lingers, so he's not a terrible thing to put. Wait, we don't want to switch Ku though, because we want Ku to get NP'd. So fuck. That means we switch after. So these two will die, and then they get replaced by like double Scatty, and then you switch out one of the Scatties. No, you switch in a Scatty. That's what you do because of the Bond CE. Okay, so then this needs to be something that can linger but be switched out. And then somebody needs the on-death CE. I guess Alexander, because we don't need his NP, so it's not like he's going to need starting NP or anything. What the hell level is the Ushi one? It's probably like 15-ish, I would think, but it could have gotten a great success or something. Like, I have no idea. This is not a CE Oh, there it is. Okay. So, Waver might stay because he makes a degree of sense. But then what the other one needs to be buffs or debuffs, but let's see. It needs to not be from an NP. Whatever they do, it needs to be not NP based. And it can be Matahari. Matahari is fine now because the skill seal won't fuck anything up. However, Matahari would not get her NP off the way we're doing it. So Matahari's 40. This is where, like, what? Caesar is not better. Oh, Atalante. She's 50, so Atalante is winning. Atalante also has a bond CE, but it will just... So you could actually do it either way. Because her bond CE is the same as Scatty's, so you can do it either way. That's probably best. I doubt I'm going to have something better than that. Could I give her something, though, if I'm going to switch her out? She could do Star Bomb. Why don't we have Ox King for quick, man? I know, that Ushi thing, if it lasted 3 turns, would be a hell of a lot better. I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Unless there's something better than Waver, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is... I could obviously switch out Ku's command codes, but I'm too lazy for that. He's got the command codes on right now that I did for the Yang CE setup. Which honestly worked way better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a much bigger struggle than it was. And it was a bit of a struggle. You do need some RNG, but it wasn't half as bad as I thought it would be. It's just Yang CE's busted. I really am curious now how good Yang CE would be if I had done it when I had the 100% damage up. Because it was about almost the same. I think it was maybe a little bit harder now with the 50% damage, but not much. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty busted. No, definitely not Santa Nightingale. Like, Waver is like 70% damage that lingers. She's not even close to that. Yeah, people really underestimate Waver's pure damage buffing. Everyone thinks he only does like 30% or something. It's like, you know, he don't. He do more than that. Yeah, and a big thing about Yang CE that's easy to overlook is just the fact that it's one of the only CEs in the game that makes your extra attack do more. And if you're soloing and you're doing your extra attack turn after turn after turn, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal, and it really adds up, so... Ox King for crit? Boy, that'd be good. Yeah, Art of Death is your alternative. The thing about Art of Death is it's a bit less damage and has lower attack stat, but it's still good. It's the poor man's option. And yeah, you could have NP5. What is NP5 Waver? How much does he do? Let's look. Okay, so his third skill is 30%, but then you also get the flat damage. That's not worth much, but it's something. So you get 30% and then 500 flat damage. And then if he's NP5... What the hell? He gives you 50% for 3 turns. That's crazy. He has a 50% defense down for 3 turns at NP5. So he's giving you 80% for 3 turns and then flat 500. That's pretty damn good. And it's any card type, right? You can be any card type. That is not bad at all. That's super good. Jesus. And he also gives you the crit up too. If you're doing crit stuff, he gives you the 50% crit damage, also for 3 turns. And then 50% battery, then 20% to everyone else, right? Like, a lot of stuff in one place here. Okay, so we still stun because we want the stall. Oh god, can we charm if we want to? I guess I'll check next turn just to see, because it doesn't hurt anything. I would imagine that stun resistance... No, he's uncharmable. I'm pretty sure he's uncharmable. He has like a passive for that. We can cast it just to show it, but I'm pretty sure it just has no effect. Yeah, you cannot charm him, because his is not male only or anything like that. Although it might have to be humanoid. Let me check, because there are some charms that don't have to be humanoid, and maybe that could be why. So I don't want to jump to conclusions here. Alex's second skill, they do have to be humanoid. So the no effect could just be that. So it's possible he is charmable, but it has to be one of the few charms that doesn't have it can just work on anything, but there's hardly any of those. Okay, so we are going to let him NP this turn. Waver needs to NP this turn. We need to Guts, because that's obviously a big part of this. We're not going to be down. We're not going to get our 50% attack up. We'll get like 45% or something like that. And then Alex, unfortunately, is missing quite a chunk. Rank 9 to rank 10 is the biggest rank up. So in his first skill, he's missing like a little over 1.5%. That's actually not as bad as I thought. But then the second skill is missing 2%. So he's missing about 4%, which is not too bad. But I mean, 4% adds up when you're doing all these buff stacks. 4%, it can be a good chunk of damage, but that's not too bad. Oh god, Waver don't stun. Oh god, Waver don't stun. Thankfully, Guadia has that ability where he's more likely to guard stuns. But I know for a fact you can stun him. I have seen Waver stun him before. Like, it absolutely happens. Oh god. Waver's gonna run everything if he stuns here. I have to save Scum if he stuns. Don't do it. Woo! Okay, we're good. Hopefully this works like with Darius, because with Darius, Guadia didn't attack. So a lot of the little things really are going to add up here, though. Ku's missing about 5% damage because he's not at minimum health. And then Alexander's missing about 4% damage. So between the two, we're probably missing about 10% damage. And that matters. That's kind of unfortunate. So we have 100% quick down. And the only way I can get rid of it is by healing myself. Which means I do less damage because I have more health. Guadia, why are you like... So now we're missing even more. Now we're missing like 15% damage. We gotta do it again. We gotta do it again. Fucking game, dude. Why did Guadia have to do the quick down? He could have done Buster down, Art down, right? That would have been fine. But let's overcharge Ku, get that better death chance, you know. I'm very salty. We have to do this again. Like, we're missing too much damage because of all that, all those little things. Oh yeah, we have to wait. I forgot. We have to wait a turn. It's not 0 damage. Get your shit right, chat. We get 675. Thank you. Got that divinity. What's weird is actually why it's not more than that, because we also have. No, is that right? Let me look. Because we have the flat damage from Waver, but I'm guessing our divinity's in like the 175 range or whatever, so that's probably why. His divinity must be the same as Ziggurat's then. God, it took me so long. Yeah, his divinity's 175. Well, we needed to reset anyway because so many things were wrong there. Also, how did Ku die there? Like, what? He must have triple AoE'd and then like busted on the last one or something. I wasn't paying attention. It's actually going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to have to do something. Oh my god, I hate the support list in this game. Let me think. So, the easy mode way out is you just hope Guadia either does an art attack or he buffs once. But I could also give like K-Scope to Scatty. Okay. Are we big braining? Because Atalante is the same. Yep, that's it. Because Atalante is the same amount of buff as Atalante. So you switch out Scatty, the one that has K-Scope. But wait, no, it'll get overridden because you have PFA. Fuck. Because they're both evade. Why couldn't you have invulnerability? Why couldn't you have invulnerability? Why the fuck? Okay, hold on. We might have to RNG it. I'm trying to think if there's something I could do though. Yeah, this way we have to get it earlier. We have to wait earlier because you're right, we'll waste the 30% quick. So the easiest way to do that is have Waver stun, but that could take a while. We can give Waver, this won't help a lot, but it'll help some. We can give Waver this. Now what would really help is if we could use Fuma, because Fuma, what is Fuma's numbers actually? Because Fuma will do the debuff success thing. So Fuma gets 20% for 3 turns. If we NP with Fuma, Fuma's better. The problem is if he procs his overcharge, or the skill seal thing, he ruins everything. But he actually gives more damage than Alexander. So Fuma's better and he makes the stun better. Fuma's so good, dude. Wait, why didn't we use Fuma before then? Why didn't like earlier? Why didn't we use Fuma before? Are we just dumb? Because like we were sitting there talking about like all of those defense servants, and we didn't even. I don't think anyone, even I didn't either. Like, I don't think anybody even considered Fuma, but you know, he's kind of good. Shut up, Cairo. Alright, where, okay, now legitimately I can't, there it is, I legitimately couldn't see him there. Alright, does this work? Let me think, because this way I could cast, oh my god, this is so much better. This is so much better, chat. I can cast Fuma's Evade on Ku, and then Ku can cast PFA after. It's just so much better. This is so much fucking better because of that. This is great. We get 10%, or not 10%, but we get like 5% more damage. And stun is more likely to land. This is just way better. So we still don't have the RNG with Waver's stun, but because we have to line up this thing. But yeah, this is better. This is absolutely better. This is quite a bit better. Fuma is so fucking good, man. Look at all this utility. No, we're not cap. Actually, we probably will hit cap, but I think that would have happened anyway. Let's see. We've got 30, 30. Yeah, we're definitely at cap. That means we're gonna whiff though like 20% damage. That's kind of a problem. It's still probably worth it though because it makes everything else so much better. But yeah, because of Scatty, we are gonna hit the defense cap. Oh fuck! We're gonna buff block him. You're right. Oh, fuck me. I mean, he can probably one-shot without it. Fuma, you're too good. But he can, I think he can one-shot without it. I hope. You just don't do our attack down. Just don't do the fucking attack down. Okay, hold on. We do this stun first, and we just wait a turn. The defense down cap is going to be a bit of an issue because we're going to get most of our damage. Like, none of our units do nothing, but we are going to whiff some damage. So the other way is better if you get really lucky. It's just, it'd be a pain in the butt. Let's see. Okay, so we do this. Oh, right, we forgot to give Fuma a CE. Oh, no, he has to have that one anyway. Well, I guess that's where we lose. We're going to lose some of the defense damage anyway, so it might as well be there. Because yeah, we're not going to get the defense. That's actually good. He won't do the skill seal, because that could be annoying. Because if possible, it's like good if Guadia quick charges later. So do we just, I think we just go here. The best thing is just the fact that he casts evade. The evade actually really helps us here. Oh fuck, no, it's not good. Because we're buff block. We're fucking buff blocking the Pearson vulnerability. Oh my god, Fuma, why do you have so much utility? Why? Why do you have attack down, crit down, defense down, another defense down, chance to skill seal, buff block, upgraded NP? Why do you have all of that? Fuck. Fuck. Why are there so many little shit things? Do we even use Fuma then? Because the thing is, what's nice, Fuma will drastically increase the odds of us landing the stun, which we want. Let me think. Okay, we can just not cast evade on Ku. We just don't cast PFA. We don't do Fuma's evade. We don't do anything. We don't do anything with evade. So that fixes that. So it really just, I think it's still just the stun then. So it's still okay. The main issue is the stun RNG and we're whiffing some of the defense down because we're hitting cap. So that's the two issues here. I mean, no joke, a lot of the AoE assassins are legitimately pointless because of Fuma. Because he has an upgraded NP, he's got the damage up from his defense down, all this other utility he gives you, and a lot of the other, like what are you gonna use, Phantom? What are you gonna use, fucking Phantom? Don't worry guys, he makes a few stars every turn! Great! You know, meanwhile, Fuma's just like Stargin from his NP is gonna do way more than Phantom's first skill. Like, what a fucking joke. Okay, so I guess we just stun here. Normally, Fuma buff blocking Guadia here would be great. Like, normally that would be great. Like, that can be team defining. But because we're trying to buff stack, it's not actually a good thing. Okay, we basically have to... Wait, doesn't this, like, not work? I have to give... No, it still works. I just don't use the attack up. I think it still works. We have to stun, but we need to not do the attack up, I'm pretty sure. I think his defense down might wear off, though. No, I think no, it's fine. It's fine. I wish someone else could NP for the overcharge, but we cannot. Well, hopefully Fuma's skill right here makes up for Guadia's passive, but we still have to proc the stun in the first place, because it's not a 100% chance to proc anyway. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I doubt that would have worked without Fuma. Okay, so there's our 2 turns, so we're good to go now. And we obviously switched out Alex because hello, like, this right here is so much better than the minor damage difference between Alex and Fuma. Like, they don't have a 30% damage difference. Okay, we do this. We do this. We do not do any of the other stuff. Alright, Guadia should have enough damage, I think. Look at all that no effect. Yeah, if anyone lives, it would be Waver here. We should be okay though, we'll see. Guadia. We gotta talk. Guadia, you waited 3,000 years for that. You like siphoned off all of the power from human history. Guadia, you siphoned off all of the power from human history over thousands of years. And you just did like you didn't even kill the knight class. Like you did like 4,000 damage or something. I don't think he even did that. Cause like he did normal attacks. What are we doing here? Oh my god. Guadia, you suck. What is your attack stat? Like what the fuck is your attack stat? Can you imagine if we did this? Like, you could do even less damage. You could just face tank it like it's nothing. And we could use the evades. Guadia, please. Okay, how am I supposed to get the stun, but then actually have Guadia do damage? Does anyone else have buff success chance? That's a pretty rare debuff. Let's be, oh god, there's Phantom. Oh god. No, we have not fallen that far. We have not fallen that far. Caster Guild? At least Caster Guild does attack up. At least Caster Guild does attack up. That's not actually that bad. Like fuck. I'll give this to Phantom though. Phantom has such a large debuff success chance that I think it would pretty much guarantee the stun, right? Yeah, I like how we were just making fun of Phantom versus Fuma, but I don't think Phantom is the play here. Where's my Caster Gill? Nope. I wonder what happened to those. I wonder what happened to those. I could literally go farm that real fast, but I'm not going to. What's the next one cost? Oh no, it's even okay. Yeah, no, okay. I hate hero proofs. I hate hero proofs. There's a pin that Rex pinned on our Discord, and it's just a hero proof saying I'm going to beat you to death. And yeah, no, it's accurate. I hate everything. I hate everything. This is all because Guadia's attack stat's not high enough. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I cannot believe he did that little damage, dude. I cannot believe he did that little damage. Like, what the fuck? All right, let's see. Where's Saber Gillies here? Oh my god! And now we're missing team cost. Also, I summoned the wrong thing, which I don't know how that happened. I like how I'm not allowed. Are you kidding me? I'm not allowed to go back because I have to go forward, but I can't go forward because I don't have the team cost, which I don't want to change yet, right? So I literally have to put the team. It's so stupid. Why? Okay, this really isn't working, and it's mostly just because of like all these. Oh my god, this is so dumb. Like Fuma works, but then the minor team cost boost to Caster Gill means it doesn't work. So we'd either have to make. I guess we cut. We don't need the CE on Atalante. We don't need that. That's not doing anything anyway. So there's our team cost. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Would anything else like to go wrong? Now we're really digging. Our damage is dropping though. Like we're using Caster Gilgamesh, and it's not an art unit, and his second skill's not maxed. So we're missing out on like 6% damage there. How much is he gonna boost our? So what he does? No, he doesn't. This doesn't. I don't think this really works. No, it's 30%. Is that what's Fuma's? Because the thing is, I have no idea what Guadia's is. Let me see what Fuma's was. Fuma's is 100%. Wait, am I reading this right? Yeah, his is 100%. Yeah, guys. I wonder why the stun worked. Yeah, a little bit better. A little bit better. I mean, this is still better than nothing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you only need it though for the one turn. Well, we're gonna have to roll the dice. We have less damage up now, and we have to roll the dice quite a bit more. Because Caster Gill's skill's not even maxed, so I don't think he even gets to 30%. Let me check. Yeah, no, it's tied to skill rank, so he's doing like 24% or 25% or something like that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. We weren't getting the Bond CE anyway because we were switching her out for Scath, so it doesn't matter. Ziggur did 1.5 million, and I think Mori did like 1.6 or something. That's the two we've done. All this because Guadia doesn't have a high enough attack stat. That's literally the whole problem. Like that Fuma thing would have been totally fine if Guadia didn't hit like an absolute bitch. And I gotta remind everyone, we did not use Fuma's attack down, right? So we could have made him do even less damage, for God's sakes. Okay, so what do we do here? We have to cast this. The music knows. Oh my god. Well, RNG, let's go. We went from 100%, so we had like 180% chance to stun. Now we're like at 80%, and we got it anyway. Feels good, man. Fuck you, Guadia passive. Like, if you didn't have the passive, it'd be fine, right? Because then you have the overcharge from Demonic and then Caster Gill's thing. But because of Guadia's passive, it's probably pretty 50-50. Okay. Hurdle number 1. We've passed. Can anything else go wrong? That voice line, dude. Okay, we had to hold Guadia's hand to get him his fucking triple MP buff. Having to baby the boss over here because he can't handle a little Fuma. Like, I'm sorry, Guadia. Being the final boss of 1.0 and all, I thought you could handle it, but, you know, apparently not. Fuma is unironically a really good pick here, though, because of, you know, you can survive the NP so easy, get all that other utility stuff. Because doing the crit down and all that stuff is good, too. Okay. And we didn't get the quick down this time, so I don't have to heal myself. I don't have to wait the extra turn, because we did that because of the stun. Okay, we figured it out. This probably isn't the best team that I could possibly do, and obviously I could also rank up my skills, and that would help, but it's still good, right? I'm sure this isn't like the best I could possibly do, but it's not bad, right? We're not doing a terrible job here, so all right, let's see the damage. We are obviously not counterclassing, and we have no niche, any of that, so we'll see what we get here. I wish that quick card would crit, though. I should have given someone like Star Gen or something. I could have given Atalante like a low star bomb. Wow! Wow! I'm surprised. I did not think we were gonna. I was thinking we were gonna see like 1.1 like tops. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed. That, for being a night class, I gotta say it's pretty good. And who knows, that could have been a low roll. And we also could have buffed up, you know, our skill ranks more and stuff. So I gotta say, that not bad. Like, not bad. I think Mori did 1.6. So Mori did more, but because of low high roll and all that, they were pretty comparable there. But that's because Ku's got the Lancer damage mod. He's got a higher attack stat, I think. Although maybe not. But then he's got the attack up from his first skill. But I'm surprised he did that well. And he upgraded NP, obviously. That's a big part of it. And Quick is better than Buster. Terra 196, thank you for the 7-month sub, dude. Now do Coup Killer? How am I even supposed to do that? Are you kidding me? How the fuck am I even supposed to do that? Right? Because we have to do all the RNG, like he has to get cards at the right time. Like and then the buffs wear off because you didn't get cards. Like they're just, it's terrible, right? Fuck that noise. By the way, that's with the bond bonus only being 50%, right? So we could have had 100%. That's the same for Mori too, though. Oh shit, though. Oh shit, guys. I just realized Zigger just beat everybody so hard, though. Cause look, Ku is obviously bond 10, and oh, actually it's bond 14. But you know, no wait, no, that's right. It's rounded here. It doesn't cap at 50. It is 50. So yeah, it doesn't matter. But Zigger, if I did it in the regular fight, would be disproportionately helped though. That's what I was thinking. But it doesn't matter here because I don't even know what Zigger's bond is. I have no idea. It's just bond 5. Feels bad, man. Not even bond 6. It feels bad. And Mori though, Mori's bond 10. He actually got bond 10 kind of recently though. I've been kind of slow about that. Okay, what do we want next? We got Kojiro. Kojiro would be a fun one. The problem with Kojiro though is I couldn't do double scatty because I have to use someone else's Kojiro. I think in terms of my units, we've seen most of my all-stars. I think my all-stars are Mori, Zigguard, Ku, I would say. Billy is just going to be worse than Ku because he's upgraded quick, night class, everything's the same except lower attack mod, doesn't have the attack up, right? You just do worse. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else to really check. I mean, if we could check, you know, like Mordred just to see AoE damage. We got Sanson because he is a cavalry class, but we did him the other day, so he's gonna be about 2 million or whatever. He does get his evil bonus actually, so that kind of sucks. We could do Lancelot, but I don't have Tam or Castor or Toria, so he's so disadvantaged. Obviously, Mozart is a better budget buffer than like a lot of the alternatives, so Art's favored that way. So budget Art is way better than like budget Quick, but he'd still be way behind. But he is in P5 and all that fancy stuff. So if we want to do Roman stuff, we need we'd have to do Lancelot really, or Robin or something like that. It'd be nice if we could do a cavalry class. But we would summon, is Zaw here? Because Zaw has, yeah, there he is. Zaw's got Boudica. Yeah, we need someone that can slot Boudica. We could try it. What's the DPS though? It's either Lancelot, Robin. I don't think I have any cavalry class. There's Ricky, I guess. But he's just level 70. But he is 10-10-10. Artoria just missed 2 90% crits. This is why Camelot fell. Yeah, that sounds about right. We've got Kurtsugu, we got Shiki. So we've got Shiki, Ricky, Lancelot. It might be Shiki, even though she's just level 80. Shiki might be my best art DPS because if everyone was neutral, it'd probably be Robin. But it's, you know, he's a night class. So it probably is Shiki because she's upgraded art. Yeah, I think it's Shiki, and she's 10-10-10. Okay, hold up. Let's summon Zaw's Boudica here. Who, I guess give her K-Scope, or give her, do you have Demonic? I don't know if we can make Demonic work or not. I need to kind of look at the team. Give her K-Scope for now, and as I work the team out, we'll see if Demonic would work or not. Okay, let me just scrap the whole team. So obviously Romulus, who is a absolute badass, by the way. I mean, look at this design. Like, look at this. This is great. Okay. So 2 Bodicos are going to be on the team no matter what we do. So we kind of have the same problem here though, because I've done this in the past. Not against Guadia obviously, but I've done Bodica stuff in the past, and she does insanely well, but you still can fit in another buffer, and I don't have one. I don't have Tam. I don't have Castratoria. So we're really handicapping this team compared to everyone else because they don't have access to, like, Castratoria would mean we get the 30% battery, all that stuff. So we're pretty scuffed here. All right, we obviously want Shiki. I don't think we can really do this because we just don't have the battery. I can use Waver, but I mean, that's it. That's all I've got. I guess Shiki, though, does have her own battery. That does help. Okay, hold up. Let's not give up yet. We're not... I mean, we're kind of dead in the water in terms of, like, I think being on par with the other stuff that we were using. But we are counterclassing this time. So, Black Grail, most certainly. The Waver pretty much has to be on the team. We just don't have an option. Okay, so these are the things that have to be on the team. Now let's think about this. Romulus doesn't have to be on the team at the start, because Bodica gives you the damage, like, regardless, right? Like, even if they become a Roman later, you'll still get it. So I'm thinking it's gonna be this, unless I can't MP with Bodica, then we put, like, maybe I K-scope one Bodica, and maybe we demonic the other or something. And then we're gonna need a debuffer again, so that's either gonna be Fuma or like Asterios or something. I'm kind of scared to do Fuma. He's too strong. Like, he's too strong. He's gonna make Guadia not kill things again. Because Bodica will have a defense up from her NP, so I'm thinking we have to not do that. So probably Asterios. Why can't I find Asterios? Oh, because I have a lot of level 60s apparently. Team cost could be an issue here. So the dream, I think we want one. Okay, this is hard. So with this team, our buffs last long enough. We don't need the double stun. But if I can work in demonic, I want to, because it's more attack up. Yep, Ninja Boy OP. Let's see, Bodica can be on either part. Romulus is definitely better in the back. Asterios has to be in the back. If Bodica NPs, it must be when Shiki is out. I think I have to do... Maybe we do it like this, and we just hope we get an arc chain on the first hand. Would that work? Is it... Because then you switch Shiki, you let all of them die, they come in, then you turn them into Roman, you still have your buffs. I mean, that works. The problem is just the demonic thing. Like, this Bodica would have... Okay, I can do a few things here. I can give her a command code to, like, if she gets a quick card instead of an art card and it can't art chain, we can at least get, the 10% battery that way and stuff. Wait a minute, though. She has to... Oh, this is fucked. She has to NP before we switch out Shiki. Oh, that's such a problem. That is such a fucking problem. That makes it better if at least one of them is in the back. Oh, that's such a problem. Let me think. Any chance, you have MLBK scope? I doubt it, but any chance there? I might have to cut his stereos. Man, we're losing a lot of damage because of this. Like, I'm not even gonna be able to use Demonic. Demonic is like 10% more damage. Actually, it might be more than that. Let me look. I kind of forgot Boudica's what her overcharged pace is at. Let's see. Yeah, or it's 10%. We're losing 10% damage there. And then so now Asterios doesn't work anymore if I do it like this. So what I could do, what can I do? I have to be a debuffer again. It can't be Madohari. I would rather it not be Fuma because he'll probably keep everyone alive. Blood Axes doesn't last long enough unless I stun, which I really don't want to deal with that because we don't have anything on the team to boost our stun chance. That's gonna be totally fucked. Fuck. It needs to be a 3-turn defense down or art resist down. There's 100 face of add another case scope. Castergill doesn't do defense down. We can't do someone's NP. If we were doing someone's NP, we would do Asterios. Like there's no way for Castergill to NP. Because you'd have to use the K-Scope, and then you don't get Boudica's NP. That's like the whole, that's literally the whole point! The why I'm having to change everything is because of that. So obviously it can't be someone with an NP. I do Martha. Well, I might not have the team cost for that. Martha's 30% 3 turns though. Rank 9 to 26%. If I have the team cost, that's probably good enough. Let's see, so this one you turn 1 NP Boudica. Then turn 2 you switch. You grab Waver's buffs and switch. Then Waver NPs and you don't want him to stun, which thankfully he probably won't. Martha 3rd skill. You come in, the problem is now how does Boudica NP? Because we don't have MLBK scope. I think we have to wait a turn anyway though, so she has to get an art card, or well, Guadia can give it. This is more wonky though. I'm not crazy about this. And it's because we don't have it's because of the second Boudica, it's not reliable that she NPs. And we also don't have a taunt, so Shiki could get art downed, or she could get attack downed, and things like that. It'd just be the attack down. I mean, this can work, but this is pretty shaky. I don't see how Boudica being in the back would help any. Because then, I don't see how that works at all. Because, you can't fit in everything that way. The thing, I guess I could, yeah, you're right, I could do that, though, because Waver's gonna buff. Although, actually, not sure, no. Let's see, he could buff, no, he can buff on turn 2. Yeah, you just swap the Boudica, yeah, that's fine. But I can't swap anything else, I can't put Romulus in the front or Marth in the front, that would fuck up everything. I don't think it really matters, though, because Guadia is gonna attack 1 time. So I don't think it would matter either way. I'm trying to think if there's some way to make this better. Well, I guess we just go with it and see what happens. Just roll for another MLB K-Scope. You know, I've been spooked by K-Scope a few times after I got MLB K-Scope. When I rolled for, I guess this wasn't recently, but when I rolled for William Tell, when I rolled for Asclepius, both times I got a K-Scope. So I might be close to getting a second one, but I wouldn't do it because I like to have at least one extra for like videos and stuff. Like what? Here's the thing: your first MLB K-Scope, it's a real decision if you want to wait until you get one more or not. But your second one, it's not a decision. It's not. If you're, it's only a decision if you're me and you make videos and you're never going to use MLB K-Scope for a video, right? For a serious one anyway. Because then you can't not have it, right? But like once you've already got the 1K scope, that's your, it doesn't matter then if you don't have another 81. Like, oh no, I have two 100%s, right? Okay. So we stun. And then we don't do fucking anything. Okay. Wait, we could put her in the front because of Boudica's guts. Fuck, I forgot. I was thinking we had to switch her because she didn't have guts, but Boudica has targeted guts now because they buffed her. Right. That really only matters though if we had Castoria. If we had Castoria, it'd be so much better to keep Shiki in the front, because then you replace Martha with Castoria, and it's so much better. But I don't have Castoria. But I think it's still, I could use Mozart, couldn't I? What would change if I keep? What would change if I kept Shiki in the front? Because things like, yeah, no, it won't. It only matter if I had Castoria. I don't think I could make Mozart work because I need the battery, and so I couldn't. I can only replace Waver if I have Castoria, right? I can't afford to replace Waver because I don't have the battery. It's like Castoria is broken or something. But yeah, we would do quite a bit more damage if we had Castoria. You would keep Shiki in the front, let him NP, and then put Castoria in the back, and then you don't need the battery from Waver. But we can't do that, so. Alright, we have to get Waver's attack buff. Wait. No, I think this doesn't work. I think I need the K-scope one in the front. I think I need to NP with Boudica on turn 1. It doesn't matter. It's not any better or worse. It's either, it's like, it doesn't matter. But I have to reset though. Like I can wait that extra turn either way. But yeah, I gotta NP on turn 1. Wait, does that work? Is that? Yeah, it works because I switched turn 2, so I keep. Yeah. Okay, no, this works. Like we don't lose the buff for a turn because they'll be in the back row. Okay, this is good actually because I can overcharge Boudica, and so we'll get like 5% more attack up. Okay. Numbers, how do they work? Unfortunately, we didn't get as much NP gain there. I actually think we're fucked now. Yeah, I think you have to get... Wait, we have to... No, we have another out. We get that one turn. Wait, do we get that one turn? Actually, I'm not sure this works. This is so fucked up. Well, let me test it, but I'm thinking this might not work. If only we got an art card there, because I'm not sure where I get her NP gain. Because I was gonna wait a turn, let Guadia attack one turn, but my buffs, if I do that, my buffs might wear off. This like hurts my brain now. This is annoying. %89. Okay, get Roman damage though. Okay. Man, I really wish Boudica's animation update was better. Like, her attack animations are just so stiff. Like, they just, you could tell they were going so far out of their way to just never reanimate her body parts. It's not good. I've got 4 K-scopes, which is fine, except that I've also got NP5 Lancelot, Scatty, and a level 10, 20, 04 MC. I don't even know which one that is. Is that the art one with buff block or whatever? Okay, no, we're good. We just need to not have Shiki, we need Shiki not to get hit by the art attack by Guadia. He shouldn't die because he's got that. Do I guts Boudica? Yeah, I guess I have guts Boudica. The only way this goes south is if Guadia like quick art crits Romulus. That would run everything. Do I NP now? I think we overcharge it. This team was so wonky. Don't art Shiki. No! Why? Literally, either you could have quick charged, you could have bustered, you could have quicked, you could have art attacked, just not Shiki. Oh, he's such a dick. Well, we'll do the attack anyway just to see it, but we gotta do it again, because it's like a 20% attack down, so... God damn it, Guadia. Well, we made him Roman though. Alright, who has the better overcharge? Let me see, it might be the same. Let's see, Roma gets... Yeah, they're the same. They're both 5% each, so it doesn't matter. We'll do Boudica's first, just to give the damage up to Romulus, because it's cool. Well, Shiki's getting screwed over here. She's 20% down. That's a pretty big deal. That is such a bad NP animation. That is atrocious, dude. Like, the effect at the end looks kind of cool, but oh my god, dude. Like, she's so stiff and like moving, like when you're on a chariot, there should be motion, right? But she's like a statue on the chariot. Absolutely terrible. I don't think it's better than Leo's. I'm serious, I do not think that's better than Leo's. Leo's is more just like cool, because Leonidas just at least has a little bit of motion, and him just standing there menacingly is actually better than that. Because at least he's not on a chariot in motion, and so obviously he shouldn't be so stagnant, right? Not that Leonidas's is good, mind you, but... I missed one of the numbers there. Okay, 1.5, and that was with the 20% attack down, so she could get a good bit more than that. Definitely at least 1.6 and some change, definitely. So that's quite good. And that's with this being kind of a handicap setup because we don't have Cast Territoria. If she didn't have that 20% attack down and we had Cast Territoria, I think she could hit 2 mil. I don't know if I want to do that again though. Yeah, I think we get 1.6, but I don't know. That setup was so wonky. And then he might do the fucking art attack again. I don't know if it's worth doing again just because we know it's 20%. So. All right. Anyone else, chat? I kind of want to like buff stack against a normal enemy or something. We could compare her though to like Robin or something, but. That's pretty good for Shiki, though, I would say. She had, though, more buffers than most, but the whole Roman thing is no joke. Do we want to just do the classic? People saying use Herc. Do we just do the classic Guadia murder now that we're at? Oh no, we only have a 50% damage up. Like that's gonna matter. Lost, are you here? Because Lost's got a pretty big one. I could message Beastly, but I try not to bother him unless I have to. We got trucks there, which is quite good. Beastly probably has the best one though, but I don't want to be like, because I have to add him again and everything. And if he was already in chat right now, then I would do it, but I don't really want to bug him if I don't have to. I'm thinking Lost isn't here, so our best one is probably Truckcoons, which is it's good, but it's not as good as it could be. Can we get if you're in chat, Truckcoon, can we get like a debuff clear one on Art or something, or even on Buster actually, and just command codes that will do something, because most of these don't do anything to Guadia, because he's not a servant, and he's not divinity, so just whatever we can give him, at least be somewhat applicable. Like, I'm sure he doesn't need it. I'm absolutely sure he doesn't need it, but if we're going to use Herc, we want to be disgusting. I guess we use Atlas. Hey, I bet, do we do Herc in the front row to just show up, right? You know, like a lot of people got to be in the back row, right? Do we do Herc in the front? Because I think he can handle it. Yeah, I think we do Herc in the front. You know, push it a little bit. Yeah, that sounds fair. Okay, while Truckcoon sets it up, I'll make the team. I guess we just use this team actually. I guess the other two units, just we want to be the most unhelpful units on the planet. I guess just not... Who has the worst Star Absorb? I guess Avengers. Do I have any level 1 Avengers? Well, there's that. We're not going to do Star Bomb or anything, so it doesn't matter. I don't think the other two units matter at all. I think it can be anything. Let's give them no CEs. We're going to make this as hard as possible for Herc, but then we're going to have Herc be as prepared as possible, right? So we're missing, we're going 50% damage up instead of 100%. We're front row. No CEs on the taunts that are dying, right? Or we'll let Truckcoon put some stuff on here. I'm thinking we want maybe like a debuff clear. If you, I don't remember, is there a command code that always removes an attack down debuff? Because if there is, we'd want that one. And then I don't know, maybe Star Bomb on the other one, and then like the Star Absorb crit one or something. I don't know. What else? There's the flat damage. There's, I'm not sure what would be best. I guess you want on his. You could even do Merlin. You could do Merlin on a Buster card. But although that first turn where we have taunts, maybe we just put Merlin on like the art card in case we happen to get it. Because we might not get BBB, right? So maybe Merlin on art, and then maybe Star Bomb on quick. And then maybe another Star Bomb on Buster, debuff clear on Buster, and then I don't know on the other Buster. I don't know, I'll just leave it up to Truck-kun. We'll let him do what he wants to do. So I would be... I don't think this would even be a battle if we had the 100% damage up. But even with the 50% damage up, I'm feeling pretty confident. Herc's pretty good. Yeah, this is still in the dark. No, this is all of She, excuse me, from Guilty Gear, not Still in the Dark. This is Dizzy's theme. Okay, getting progress here. Just imagine if someday we get to do Guadia versus Guadia. Lost will do it though. Lost, I think, said he had his he has his Guadia account like just sitting in like, I don't know, what was he in, Orleans or something? I don't remember how far he went. I know he didn't go into Camelot or anything, but I'm not sure how far he went. But I know he'll be able to do Guadia versus Guadia and everything. Maybe he might have just gone up to Camelot. I don't know. He might have just gone up to the first Gwaine node, because that's the first boss anyone cares about. I mean, technically you can play Guadia if you hack the game, because he does have, like, there are files for it. But yeah, basically they were like planning on adding Guadia, but they just didn't. Because he has 2 victory lines. Like, he literally has lines in the game files for if you win a battle. Which, that's only for the player side. And they're even in the file slot to be played when the player wins, right? They're not like in some other slot. And then he has, like, an extra attack voice line. He even has an extra attack. Which, as Fury said, could have been the case that maybe they had intended when you first fought Guadia. Like, you actually fight Guadia twice. And I don't mean the human form. You fight Demon Guadia twice, and you can't win the first time you fight him. And it's possible that they just wanted Guadia to do his extra attack there, and the fight ended. That's not what happens, but it's possible that that's why they made it. But ultimately I don't think so, because he does have a voice line for an extra attack, and he has a voice line for a victory quote. He actually has 2 voice lines for a victory quote. So I think the reason he has an extra attack is because they were planning on, you know, making him playable. And he even has a voice line for his extra attack that sounds like he's talking to the master. Seriously, the voice line in the game files for Guadia's extra attack don't make any sense if you're fighting him, right? So they were definitely thinking about making him playable. They just didn't. But I think it's possible that the reason he's not playable, when they were thinking about making him playable and they made all those assets for him, is because they were like expanding on 2.0 at the time. They're like, okay, wait guys, we're gonna do other stuff with Guadia. We should do this later. So I'm hoping he gets added down the road. I'll be pretty sad if he's not, but who knows. Alright, well, we're pretty much doing everything possible to make this harder on Herc. Let's see if he can do it. Yeah, if you're fighting him, it just wouldn't make any sense for him to say that, especially like the way he says it. But the big giveaway is the fact that he has multiple victory quotes. That's such a giveaway. I don't think he would be the Anniversary Servant Gambler. I think he could be. Okay, if Guadia was not in the Lost Belts, then sure. Then yeah, I think he could be. But because he is in the Lost Belt story, and he hasn't really been revealed yet, we don't know what his plan is, we don't know how powerful he is, you know, we don't know like if he can take his demon form or not anymore. Like, there's so many unanswered questions that I just don't think they would spill the beans now, right? Because he is such a big part of Lost Belt and stuff, and he's obviously going to have like a big moment later. I don't see them doing it now. You know, if he was going to be a really minor thing, sure, but he's so clearly not going to be a minor thing that there's no way they would spill the beans now. They're going to save it for later. And you might say Castor Artoria. The thing is, Castor Artoria, though, really nothing in her profile spilled that many beans, right? That's just not that big of a deal. And like, yeah, most of that stuff you could guess anyway. Guadia is way more of like a thing. I don't think it's Finch at all. I don't know why so many people think that. She hasn't really been revealed in the story yet either. I think it's fucking Kodamine. Because, well, it depends on if what people have said that they said is true or not, right? Because it's, you know, Game of Phone. But if people have said that the developers and like Type Moon hinted, and he said that the anniversary servant is someone that's had a fan base for a long time. Now I don't speak Moon runes, so I don't know if they actually said that. And also Japanese, obviously there's a lot of nuance to their language and a lot of context stuff. Things can have double meanings very easily. So people may just be mistaken, and they might be implying something slightly different. So it actually would make sense for it to be Vinch. Like, so I'm not saying it can't be Vinch, but if what people were saying they said is completely accurate, I just don't see how she fits the bill, really. Right? It sounded like they were hinting at like a character that's been around for a very long time, and it's not FGO specific, and it's had like a fan base this whole time. So I think it being like Rasputin / Kodamine makes way more sense for their hint. And there's other things it could be like Bazette and shit like that, but I suspect it's going to. I do think it's going to be Lost Belt related, so it could be Vinch. I'm not going to be like surprised Pikachu if it's Vinch, right? Like I'm not. Because I guess you could throw her in with Tam, right? Tam's had a fan base for a long time, so you could kind of do it that way, right? But I suspect Vinch just to be rated up like Limbo was with like her own story later. That would be my guess. But again, Castoria was way early, and I guess Vinch has been detailed enough that they could put her out now, like how Castoria was early. So, you know, it could be. It could be. But I do feel like it makes more sense for it to be Rasputin. Because, like, his toolkit, I don't think is going to be spilling any beans, right? No one's expecting Rasputin to suddenly whip out, like, an AK-47 or some god-slaying technique or anything, right? Like, so putting in Rasputin early just, I don't think would be that big of a deal. But yeah, I think Vinch is possible. I think Rasputin is definitely possible. Some other oddity like Bazette or something is possible, even though she doesn't seem to be Lost Belt related, so that seems way less likely. I don't think it can be Zeus. I think there's a chance for Zeus to be added way down the line, but I don't think it'd be now. Because again, if the translations are true for what they said, he just doesn't fit the hint at all. And again, the hint could be wrong, and we could be getting it incorrect or something. But if what they said is true, that doesn't fit Zeus in the slightest. Okay, if it was Shinji, that would actually be funny. That would be funny, because like their hint is like a joke then, right? All right, well hold on, let's get to it. So we want to cast this. We don't need to cast the evade. All right, off we go. But it is totally possible that hint that we've been talking about is just incorrect. And, literally anything's on the table and it's going to be Bob the Builder, right? Guys, you're running it. I've had the music ready this whole time, but I'm obviously waiting for when we're actually in a solo. You're running it, guys. Like, I've literally had it up this whole fucking time. Like, I didn't forget. Okay, well, we art down, but I can clear it. But I'd rather not clear anything if I can help it right now. I'm pretty sure we just do the classic BBB. So we probably should have gotten another Star Bomb on Buster then instead of the double debuff clear, but who knows? It's certainly better than nothing. But because we're using Atlas, I think it's probably more than we need. Okay, Guadia, you're being a little bit of a dick here, but okay, I'll take that. 98%. Okay, game. Okay, thanks. So we'll remove the attack down first, so I might as well not use the debuff clear. I think one debuff clear is good. I think the other one we could have done either another Star Bomb, we didn't crit with the 50%, that sucks, or the Star Absorb 10% crit damage. But double Star Bomb wouldn't have been too bad. See, now he gives us all the NP, but we didn't need it, right? So that kind of sucks. Dude, I'm literally doing this for the Star Gen because we have such a high hit count. No, he could give us Buster Resist down, but I can just do the Buster card. So I can just do the fucking Buster card. %20 crit versus the Star Bomb. I mean, we might as well take the crit while we've got it. Like, the whole point of the Star Bomb is to potentially crit. I don't feel like male Masashi is something that they would say, like, if someone that's had a fan base for a while. I don't think they would do that for the anniversary. Sure, I think male Masashi might get added someday, but I don't see that being an anniversary thing. You never know, but I do feel like Vinch, Rasputin, things like that are looking pretty likely. But who knows? You know, they could be trolling. Could be Shinji. They're not gonna do Shinji though. They want that money. They want it to be something very hype that gets people to roll and stuff. Right? They want it to be something very desirable. And I feel like Vinch and Rasputin are both quite desirable. We already are getting our Buster thing back. Jeez. So we're not getting good luck at all, though. Like, we overcharged so much of our NP there and stuff like that. We absolutely have not been getting good luck. I think we're gonna win anyway. We could have gotten our NP a turn sooner and so like we could have absolutely NP'd twice by now. Actually, we could have NP'd 3 times by now, but we have so much Buster up. We definitely don't need the double debuff clear, though. I think we want, you know, either more Star Bomb or Star Absorb. That just seems to make sense. Also, we didn't crit when we had that 50% crit, which that kind of sucked. We really could not have worse luck with our NP. It's been pretty terrible. Pretty sure we're gonna win anyway, though. I hope we do, because this has gone so badly. No help from the front. We were in the front row. Terrible. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, we win. Oh, Jesus. No, Herc, no! Herc, no! Okay. I would say if we win now, it's just gonna be silly, because we haven't even used the invulnerability yet, for God's sakes. Look at Guadia trying to NP. Go ahead, do Buster down. Go ahead. Yeah, there's really no losing this with Herc. It's just too... And then, again, this is the 50% damage up, not the 100%. Man, that... Herc is like the best carry ever then, because then you just need Herc at like Bond 5. And you can do this. Although then you wouldn't have his Bond CE, but honestly, I'm sure there's a video of somebody doing Guadia with Herc without his Bond CE. Because you get so much more damage if you do it that way. Because you can still live a long time and you just do so much more damage. Well, we have an attack down. Do we get Buster down? What, he did art down. Like, we're gonna use our art card. Guadia, please. We finally got a crit and Guadia was already dead. We finally got a crit and Guadia was already at 0 HP. And we crit him for 100k. Okay, I think Herc might be... I actually stand by... I think Herc is the best unit to solo this with because it's so idiot-proof. Like that, look at how badly that went, and we put him in the front row. Obviously, if you were just trying to win, like you were stuck on Guadia, you would sacrifice your 3 units in the front, so you get 1 more turn, right? And you put Herc in the back row, right? So we literally did everything wrong. We got bad RNG with no nuance. We just saw red press red, and we won with wiggle room anyway. So he's like the most idiot-proof thing ever. All right, anything else we want to buff stack or such nonsense? Coup Alter's pretty good for this too, I will say, but I do think... So, Oberon is probably going to be added, you know, sometime, but I suspect I don't think he's the anniversary servant. I think he might be added, though, when they release the time gate or something, or a short time after... Or some nonsense, or if there's a 6.2, maybe they add him then, which that would suck because you have to wait 6 months, but I don't think he is the anniversary servant, even if he's added around the anniversary. That just doesn't really make sense, especially with the whole fan base thing. I mean, if you're wanting to beat Guadia for fun, you can use whatever you want. But if you're wanting to like be practical and just get through Guadia in the main story, I would say Hercules is definitely better than Hijikata. But if you mean in like universal gameplay, it just depends on the situation. Like there are times where you're gonna like buff stack Hijikata and just hit really hard and it's great, right? So it just depends. I mean, Herc is very usable in a lot of situations, but Hijikata is good, like absolutely. It just depends on what you're doing. But yeah, if you're talking about universal stuff, it really just depends. I think they're fairly. They're both going to be very useful very often. So, you know, you can put Herc and you can have him solo a lot of stuff, and you can have him in the back row and clean up and a lot of stuff. But you can buff stack Hijikata, and Hijikata can actually be an okay solo unit too. So they're both totally fine. If anything, I would say go with preference. Which gameplay style do you like better? Which unit do you like better? Or level both of them. Like, there's nothing wrong with leveling both of them. But if you can't afford to level both of them right now, then just go with whichever one you like, probably. If it was me, I would go with Herc, though. I'm asking because I'm limited on material. I don't have efficient farming, so I just want to know who I should put. Well, neither of them are going to be super great for farming, right? Neither of them are particularly good for that. If you're in that scenario, though, maybe you're like a weaker account and stuff, I would probably say Herc then, just because he can bail you out of a lot of really nasty situations. So I would level Herc, and I would slap him in your back row all the time, get him bond 10 as soon as possible. Just, you know, always have him in your back row if you're doing main story or farming or whatever. I think that's worth it. Hijikata is absolutely good, though, and if you're just like a huge fan of him, I think you can level him and it won't be a big deal. Also, yeah, Hijikata's maths aren't exactly the best thing. But yeah, I would recommend Herc. I think Herc is a very practical unit for an account in that kind of situation. Okay, well, I think we've... Oh, right, you know, who did we wanted to try out... We said we were going to try out the Dragon Lolly on Guadia, because we've been doing a lot of night classes, but we never did that. We need Lost, but I don't think Lost is here this second. I think he's at work. I can probably... Oh, he knew. I think he had that up just in case. Oh, hi, Lost. Is there anything else you want to do, Lost, or is this the setup you want to go with her? She might want the Yang CE. What do you think? She definitely NP spams. However, she does do normal card damage too. Hey, he wasn't here a second ago. I'm just saying, so it was reasonable that I guessed. Okay, I'm gonna give Lost a second to set up whatever he wants to set up. I'm gonna be back in just a moment. I need to grab some lemonade. So, you know, lemons are good. So, unless I'm mistaken, I believe anniversary servants are pretty much always story related, which gives a huge boost to people that think it might be Kodomine / Vinch and stuff like that, right? But I'm pretty sure anniversary servants are always story related, and that's kind of a killjoy, to be honest. Because if they didn't have to be story related, there's a lot more exciting things that it could be, like Bazette even, right? So that does kind of suck. Like, even in the old days, what was the first one? Wasn't it like Karna and Arjuna or something? Because remember they added them and they were limited, but they said they'd be unlimited later. I can't remember if that was the anniversary or not. And then they did, didn't they do Masashi at some point? And she's obviously story related. Oh yeah, they've done Da Vinci, right? Oh yeah, that's New Year's. Yeah, that one, right? But yeah, New Year's can be whatever the fuck. They literally can do whatever the fuck. But yeah, I think it's all been main story. What was the very first anniversary? I'm looking this up. I gotta know. I want to look up the very first FGO anniversary. I don't fucking remember, and I can't really trust chat right now because everyone's saying a million things, and half of it's right and half of it's wrong. I'm just gonna look up the event list here. Shoutouts to their anniversary never actually being on their anniversary. I don't even understand how they always fuck that up. And it's because they're always, it's like companies with their analytics. They try to like, oh, but if we do it in like this window in this part of the year, it's more likely to blah 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 blah. Right? That's why they never do their anniversary on their anniversary, which is just so stupid. Okay. When was their first anniversary event? There it is. What was rated up here? Was anything rated up? Oh my god, I don't think they rated anyone up for their first anniversary. They rated up CEs. They did a rotating banner for like the singularities. They did like for Yuki to America. I don't think they rated up anyone. I don't see a Da Vinci rate up here. And didn't they do Da Vinci for like right before Camelot? There we go. Okay, I do see it. There is Da Vinci. Okay, they just the wiki page is just kind of a shit show. So yeah, they did Da Vinci, and that is absolutely story based because then she was later added in Camelot. So is that the theme? Do they pretty much always do a character from the main story but shows up later, like a bit after the anniversary? Well, I guess Scatty though. Scatty had already shown up, so I guess they don't have any strict rule like that. Well, okay. Let's go through the history here. Let's find the other anniversaries here. So that was Da Vinci was the first one. Okay, the fucking second anniversary is broken up into a bunch of different events because they're out of their minds. God, I hate the way the wiki, like, the way they do things, like the way they like document it for the past is just awful. Okay, I think it's Sherlock. That's also super story related, obviously. Okay. God, I want to just slap the shit out of the wiki. It's just so bad. Alright, that was the second one. What was the third one? I love how none of these are actually on their anniversary, though. Alright, their third one was Scath, right? I think we all remember that. After Scath, I think we all kind of know what they are. So yeah, they've all been main story related, every single one of them. And that's so many that I feel like that's definitely a theme. So that means it's definitely... I think Vinch or Kodamine are just so likely then. Like, what else could it even be, really? It'd be cool if it was Guadia, just because the movie just came out and everything, and he obviously is in the main story. That would be super cool. Yeah, I guess Drop. It could be Drop, but I feel like she doesn't fit the bill of what they said. But again, I can't even confirm that what they said is even accurate. Like, Game of Phone. Lost. That is a very strange command code setup, but I'll roll with it. Oh my god, I'm so sick of having to change the team every time. This is what I did when Ku did it. I'm really glad Ku was able to do this with the 50% damage bonus, but honestly, like I said, it ended up not really being any different. The Yang CE is just so busted, it was not quite, but it was almost the exact same thing that my video was. It's almost the same. There's just like really minor differences. And I think you needed slightly better luck, but it really wasn't. The luck was about the same. I'll have to watch the video again. Maybe it was more luck. or less, and I'm from forgetting. But it felt pretty much the same, like with the way the turns seemed to play out. It pretty much seemed like the same thing to me. I don't think she'll live long enough for Atlas, so I think we'll do default. The hard part about this is her survivability skill is tied to her NP becoming shit. Yeah, I'm impressed Canis did it. Alright, chat, what do you think? With the anniversary servant, do you think it's Vinch, Kotamine, you know, Guadia, some other nonsense? Because, you know, it could be a servant that's going to show up in the main story later that we just don't really know about. But yeah, Kotamine seemed pretty likely to me. And if it wasn't for the way the story was unfolding, I would say Vinch is super likely. And I think she is still somewhat likely. But I just feel like she's going to get a 6.5 style event, where Kotamine is not. So that would be my guess. That's why I wouldn't think it would be her. And drop is certainly possible. I think drop is possible. I don't think it's going to be a new foreigner at all. That just does not follow their pattern in the slightest. Now that being said, they do break their patterns sometimes. But I don't think it's going to be a new person at all. It just doesn't seem like it. Wadim, I wish. Oh yeah, do you think they're gonna give information about the summer event? Because like they got the 2 streams tonight and tomorrow, and so I remember sometimes they give summer information during the anniversary stream, so I wonder if they'll give some information about that. If they do though, they like last year I remember they only gave like a bit of info. They showed a couple of the servants, but they didn't really go that deep into it, and several of the servants they didn't show, so it won't tell us that much. I'm not sure it's been enough time for Proto Merlin, because I think they most likely have some kind of deal with Sega where she's exclusive for a while. Hard to say though, but that's definitely what it seems like. So I'm not sure enough time has passed. And who knows, we might have made a deal where she's exclusive forever, but I doubt that. They showed Banner 1 in male costumes. So did they not show the welfare and then Banner 2? I can't remember if they showed the welfare or not. Was that the year that... What was that one? Was that Hogasai? No, that was... was that you? Was that the event with you last year? I don't think they showed you off on the stream off memory, but I could be wrong. Okay. I need to look her skills up again because I haven't used her in a while and she's a mess. Very weird unit. Okay, I definitely want to use our first skill because even though her damage cut is sad, it's still something. So I think our first skill is kind of a must, unfortunately. We might waste the NP gain, but whatever. Don't want to do our second skill at all. Fuck that. Definitely don't want to do our third skill. Although I tell you what, because her third skill is a 5-turn cooldown, it is possible you could use it on turn 1 and use Atlas and get it again. But you'd be throwing the damage away, so it's not ideal. I guess I focus on NP gain because I don't have any faith that Guadia is going to be kind. I keep my triple buster. Did she have a visor for this form in the story? I can't remember. Like when she was at the party, did she have a visor in this form in any way? Guadia! Oh my god! She did? Well, it'd be nice if they'd make that a thing, like make the visor and that a thing, and then you can like use it and not have your third skill transform you. That would be so nice. If he had quick crit, I think we would have been okay. But Buster crit, no. Don't worry, guys. We had 500 damage cut. Sometimes your transformation is not a deterrent, it's just, it's very context specific. So it makes the whole thing very strange. Like sometimes you want to be AoE from the get-go, and sometimes, but I guess in that case you just pop the third skill immediately. Makes it very easy for her not to use K-Scope. I bet you she's gonna be good with Oberim. What I don't like about Oberim is he's not going to be Buster specific at all. Like, it doesn't matter what his third skill is. That much battery is useful for any card color, so... Like, because you could do double Castoria, do all the Castoria stuff, and that's exhausted, switch Mystico to Oberim just for the battery, right? Or you do Poster Girl into him or whatever. That's what people do anyway. They already do that with Waver and Nero Bride and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, I like her gameplay just because it's kind of unique and it has pros and cons and different ways to go about it. It's not very stagnant. It is a little awkward though, and there are times where it's bad, but I'd say overall she's a good unit regardless, but she's certainly awkward. I haven't experimented with her a lot yet. I'm gonna do that more though once you can actually get her to 10-10-10. I still see that red, like people actually see it that way sometimes, even though they use battery on Scatty and Castoria anyway. Yeah, that's the biggest issue, I would say, is what Zal just said, that her invulnerability. It's not that the third skill is a problem, and it's not that transforming is a problem. It's that a lot of times transforming is not going to coincide when you want to do the invulnerability. So, theoretically, she should be more likely to survive here than most Knight classes because she has 17,000 health and a damage cut. Unfortunately, life is a dick. Okay, 80% didn't screw us, that's nice. Not a good start. I don't even need... Can you just, like, quick charge or something? No? Well, there goes our start, Jin. God, we're gonna have to transform so soon. Okay, that means we don't do art then. Because we're gonna transform anyway, so we want damage. Is Lost big braining? He did this command code, which is actually what you want in this scenario if you're doing this kind of turn. Man, we need to NP like twice though. You want to single target NP twice. Like you just don't take advantage of like this NP if you're not looping with it at least once. Dude, her eyelashes are insane. Like what is going on there? Where do you know? Where do you know? What is literally, what is the point of our third skill right now? If I could live a turn, I would just NP, right? And then you third skill after, but... Oh my god. I mean, the odds of us surviving here are so low. We gotta cast it now. Oh, joy. Well, I mean, she's not embarrassing herself, I'll give her that. We a dragon. starting in stage 3, what do you mean, and then like third skill right off the bat? You might be right, Lost. Because she might be able to use it twice then, and also we get the damage up and so on and so forth. Yeah, that may be. Shame we didn't loop right there. That'd have been incredible. Well, hopefully we get lucky crit here. Not too bad for a night class though, to be honest. Like, obviously not as good as like Masashi and Okita and stuff, but I don't think anybody expects her to keep up with that. She's also level 90 too, so 90 as well, I should say. Because 92 sounds like I'm saying 92, right? At least she died with style. Well, if things went luckier on turn 1, she probably could have gotten one more. Okay, you can die now. She probably could have gotten another NP off, I feel. So maybe she could have made it to 600k or so. No, Vortigern's not a Mecha Dragon. They've already detailed them in Garden of Avalon. Thank God. Now, the thing is, if you ever see him in the story, you're probably not going to get regular Vortigern. They'd probably do some, you know, fairy Vortigern or future Vortigern or alt timeline Vortigern or whatever, right? Just like we didn't get regular Ivan. Let's try already in stage 3. Let's see what happens. So in stage 3, we cast her third skill pretty much immediately. The problem is we're going to whiff some damage because of that. Because if she doesn't live longer, it's not worth it, and she has to live a good bit longer. I think starting in stage 3 might be better if you get really lucky. Like, I think if it has better peak RNG, but I think its average RNG is going to be worse. Like, we're going to have to get really fucking lucky for this to work, I feel. Oh yeah, she is so much better than Jekyll and Hyde. She may be a little wonky, and game please. Is her art just not changed? Yeah, I think her art just hasn't changed for some fucking reason. Anyway, she may be wonky, but she is so much better than Jekyll and Hyde. Her breathing is better than Jekyll and Hyde just because of her stat line and her just raw skills, right? And her NP, even if her NP was AoE all the time, even if you were trying to be in a single target scenario, that's still more useful than Jekyll and Hyde. And if you're in an AoE scenario and she's single target the whole time, she's still better than Jekyll and Hyde. Because Jekyll and Hyde is just bad, right? He just doesn't do good damage and he goes to the damage dead immediately and like, it's, God, he's so fucking awful. Like, having a wonky setup like her, but at least you can NP often and use, you know, powerful skills, that's clearly better. Jekyll and Hyde NPs and does 0 damage. Like, whoop-de-doo. He's not single target or AoE. He's garbage. Like, he literally has, he's unique and then he has a garbage type NP. Maybe someday, you know, he can get, you know, literally anything. Because, you know, Orion and even though Baldy's kind of whack, but at least, you know, Baldy's okay, right? And Orion is really good. And then fucking Saber Gillies is closer to being good than Jekyll and Hyde. Like, quite a lot, actually. Like, Saber Gillies is not even that far away from being good. With some pretty minor twinks, he could actually be a pretty solid unit. Especially because of command codes getting rid of the defense down. Because the thing about Lolly Dragon is, like, even if it's the worst case scenario with your NP being mismatched all the time, her raw value is still better than like a lot of the units out there, right? Like, her just raw value in the worst case scenario is still decent. And then if you can set things up properly, especially in team play, then it's just even better, right? So, yeah, I don't think she's necessarily meta-defining, although I think she can work into the meta. You know, you can use her with Castor Artoria and stuff. Like, it's not like she's bad in the meta. But I should have done that the other way around. Should have cursed. I just messed up. It's so hard to play right when you're talking, dude. I should have done Curse Arm's third skill, and I should have done the combo the other way around there. Could have made extra like 5 stars. Saber Gillies can pay off his damage debt so much faster than Jekyll and Hyde can. It's also just so much easier to do. He also can NP more than one time. Imagine that. That's one of the biggest problems with Jekyll and Hyde, is he can only ever NP the one time, and then his Buster Up is just not, that's just not even remotely enough. I guess I don't use our first skill. Really got screwed over there by me messing up my Star Gen stuff. We're more at the mercy of what Guadia decides to do here. Where if I had done that right, we wouldn't be. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Always lucky. It's always, oh, Jesus Christ, that's like the dream turn right there. Look at him almost giving us 200% NP. Although we did get the attack down, which I can't say I'm super happy about that. I don't know, maybe I should have saved our first skill there. Or if I was going to throw it out early, I could have thrown it out the turn before so it came back a turn sooner. I don't know, living 2 turns is going to be tough. For this to be worth it, we absolutely must live 2 turns. And if we do, I think we might do better. We'll see. She looks like a later Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, she doesn't look like a Season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh card by any means. But once you started doing, like, what was it, like Synchro and XYZ and all that, that's what she looks like. Very much so. Also, from what I've seen of her voice lines, I'm pretty sure she would, like those cards. Right? Like, she's a big nerd like that. Honestly, her character-wise, she's actually pretty funny. I don't really mind her character, but I am not a fan of her design so much. Okay, we did not die there, so we actually get to use our third skill. The question is, will it be good enough? Okay, she'll be at about 80%. Okay, no, 75. Overestimating her extra attack there. Okay, we got it anyway. Well, she'll get one more turn. This looking like it's still not going to be as good as the other way. I'm not sure I played it right, but even if I didn't, I don't think I'm going to miss out on so much value that it would be better than the other way. And the other way also, this run had better RNG than the other run did. If the other setup had gotten the RNG that this run's getting, I think it would have done better still. It's close though, I will say, it is close. However, again, if the other run had gotten this kind of RNG, I don't think it would be that close. Guadia with the triple buster. No chance of an extra NP right there. 1 turn off from getting this as well. We absolutely could have NP'd again if I'd cast this a turn sooner, which I could have. And if Guadia had done like a quick attack, we could have NP'd again, which would have really helped. Well, hopefully we at least get a crit. 40, 30, 50. We're favored to at least crit once, so there we go. Okay, I'll take 2. Okay. Actually, did she beat the other form? Although, again, the other form didn't get that good of RNG, but that wasn't too bad. Kind of what I'm saying. She was AoE in a single target fight that entire time there, and that wasn't that bad of a performance. I mean, sure, it's not like the best thing I've ever seen, but that's solid. And she's just level 90 in NP2, so it's pretty acceptable. And I think she's easier to make work in a team setting. I think absolutely she's smoother to use in a team setting. Because what happens, and this is kind of weird because this is a positive, but she can kind of offset the lack of this positive. So in a solo or a last man standing, it doesn't have to be a solo, but when she's the only one on the field, she can loop so easily on her own. Because you get your art cards all the time. So if she's in her first stage and she's doing, NP art, you're just looping all of the time. But a negative to being in team play is you don't get access to your art card all the time. So you're going to have times where you throw out our NP and the boss doesn't attack you and you just don't get any fucking refund at all. You just got the refund from your NP. And so then it's way, because you want that burst to like finish off the boss or whatever, even though maybe going from a single target to AoE might be a bad thing, it's still worth it to get the instant battery and just go again, right? And you don't have to do that on turn 2. You could do that on the second NP or the third NP or the fourth NP, right? So in team play, I think it's a lot better, right? It's kind of like your last, okay, I'm out of gas. Now I click my third skill and I at least get another NP, but it's an AoE off. And then if you're wanting to be AoE from the start, you just use your third skill immediately. And then you don't use K-Scope because you don't need it. And you can have like an NP that gives you long-term value. I actually think that's good. Like, I don't think that's even wonky. I just think that's a good option, right? Like, you can just third skill right off the bat. And then you get to be free to use a different CE, right? Like, that's fine. Like, yeah, sure, maybe not like the most meta thing ever, but I think that's totally fine. So yeah, I think she's a pretty good unit, really. And also, she is not a bad unit if you just never use her third skill until like literally the last second when you're on death's door, right? If you ignore her third skill and you're just doing typical single target loopy stuff with like Castoria or in a solo or whatever you're doing, right? Like you can just ignore her third skill, right? And if you never need it, you never need it, no problem, right? So I think it's fine. I think overall she's good. If I was gonna rate her on like a tier list, I'm not quite sure where I'd put her yet. I don't think I've used her enough. But she'd at least be B+. But I suspect she'd be higher than that. But I think she'd at least be B+. Because B+ in my mind is at the point where the unit's like, yep, they do their job really well. Whatever their job is, they do it really well. Maybe not top in class, maybe not, towering above everyone, but like they're more than capable of doing whatever they're designed to do. And she is. She can do what she's designed to do. So I think she's at least B+, and then potentially higher, but I'd have to use her a bunch. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up. I'm trying to think if I've got enough gas in me to do a bonus stream today. I really want to. I want to play like Ninja Gaiden or Genshin Impact or something. Let me think. So we've got the stream. Okay, I think we'll do it tomorrow. As long as I feel okay, I think we'll do a bonus stream tomorrow because tomorrow is like the last day before we get all the FGO news. And I think that's a good time to do it. So we'll do a little bit of FGO, probably less than we did today, but then I'll do a bonus stream tomorrow. I think that's what we'll do. That way I can kind of just relax tonight, and we'll be fine. Genshin for the trade routes, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I might just play Ninja Gaiden, I don't know. I love that game, so we'll see. Dude, last time I streamed it, I had so much fun when we fought the Doku Samurai boss. I hadn't played in a while, right? So I was rusty and stuff, and I love that boss. I had such a good time with that. That's a good time. All right, let's raid the Phantom guy. He's playing some FGO. Let's hit him up. Oh, and Jesus Christ! Thank you, Genical, for the 5 gifted subs, man. You're always just randomly doing like drive-by gifted subs like that. I appreciate it, man. Right at the last second, but thank you, man. All right, boys. I will hopefully catch you all tomorrow, and we might even have a little bit of information because I think there's a stream tonight. It's just not the big one. But yeah, I'll catch you all then, and peace.